Welcome back, everyone, to M5, not the vampire thing. The marvelous mansion, yada yada yada. Our Werewolf the Forsaken Chronicle. We have a new face today, so let's go around and introduce everyone. I'm Jessamine Pratt, your storyteller.
I'm Mike. I'll be playing Low-Key.
And I'm Justinia, who's playing Glider.
And I'm Don, playing Mr. E.
All right, and so let's summarize briefly what happened last time. So, trauma.
The end.
The end.
Well, okay, more realistically, after extremely successfully tracking down the van of the people who stole from the toy store, stealing all of the dolls inside it, they found that the van was parked next to a tunnel which led directly back to the mansion. So, unfortunately, that was a very alive end, but one that they couldn't pursue immediately. Once again, Low-Key's family came around and was helping out on the homestead, and eventually they went off to meet with the mysterious hunter Dr. Tobias Green, who turned out to be Joey's brother, and came bearing support, but also a very unfortunate package for Mr. E in the form of Joey's ashes. And
It's a rough one.
Yeah.
after just some minor moments of recovery and tiny shenanigans with Mr. E sending an owl down to taunt Claire about the fact that her family was apparently wizards, and not the financial kind, no, we were left with an uncertain ending, and perhaps the slightest shred of a moment of peace. We'll see how long that lasts. So, before we explain what Justinia is doing here, Rachel is out for the moment due to illness. We wish her all of the best, but it allows us to bring another person in as a little guest star, so I'm very happy about that. But we're not going to start with her just yet. First, we are going to go back in time to one of the most traumatic things that Low-Key has ever seen. So, an 18-year-old Low-Key is parked on a sagging beanbag chair, watching a VGA resolution video on Archivist's high-end monitor. It's a pair of far, far too white 90s rappers putting together the most hilarious musical performance. We're gonna live forever through all of the weather. We're gonna be legends and not some stupid bellends. We're gonna rap hard, be on every dance card, so crank up that music before it gets too sick. Sitting right next to him is Archivist, who is laughing his ass off from his leaking stuffed fancy gamer chair. Oh god! Oh my god! The rappers end on a ridiculous pose and an unintelligible gang sign saying, "Don't do drugs!" And it closes off. As the eyesore outfits of the Immortals fade away from the screen, Archivist turns around, wiping tears from his eyes, and turns to Low-Key, going like, "So, yeah, obviously they never got signed." Still, most hilarious video I've found online.
Big youth pastor energy from these two. How do you find them?
The eye provides, my friend. The eye provides.
The eye does have humor sometimes.
Oh, yeah. He ejects a USB stick that held the video and puts it carefully into a little labeled 3D printed rack of similar USB sticks. It's honestly one of the most carefully organized pieces of his house, as Archivist is not known for his cleanliness, shall we say.
Yeah, there's no totemic power to organize the kitchen. You have to do about the stuff that matters.
Yeah, it's a bit of a thing. All right, bro. So let's be frank here. You're gonna have to be careful if you want to watch your favorite online videos in the future. Like, don't get me wrong, the Lodge is gonna show you a lot of cool stuff, and the eye can see things, but it can't remember. That's up to us. So, he rolls away in his chair, wheels squeaking ever so slightly on the candy wrappers on the floor, and goes to a drawer and pulls out a pile of what looks like blank DVDs. So what's your storage capacity like in that mobile server of yours?
I think it's something crazy like 10 terabytes or something. He just got like a bunch of SSDs from somebody under the table.
No, definitely fair. He says, all right, that's good. Lodge is working on a petabyte-sized fetish. We're going to see about getting that done, and you're definitely going to want to have these. He hands you the stack of discs. M-discs. Millennium discs. Supposedly they'll last 1,000 years for digital storage. Not a perfect solution, given timescales we're working on, but it's a start.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, no, you're gonna want to come back every decade or so to make sure that you've got them all updated onto these babies so that we don't lose any data, okay?
Okay. Isn't this more of a Lodge of Scrolls type thing, though? Like, why are we... I thought there was some communication between us and them.
It's kind of a matter of propping up where we're weak, if that makes sense.
No, that's fair.
Like, we're on the bleeding edge, and we're seeing everything, but seeing everything doesn't really help if you can't remember it. Just gotta remember that. Like, Lodge of Scrolls does its whole thing, but let's just face it, they're a bit of dinosaurs, aren't they?
Yeah, no lie. Oh, God.
Yeah, no. But seriously, dude, he taps the M-discs and gestures to his various rows of storage media. Like, dude, I've had to kill for some of this information. Not kidding. There are people out there who really don't want us to know things, okay? And we can't just think in terms of, well, we know this thing now, so we're always gonna know this thing. There are things with long-ass memories and long-ass lives out there. Gotta be ready for it. They want to spin the narrative, delete their crimes, hide in the corners, all that spooky G-Man shit. If you hang around us, if you stick this out, they're gonna come for you too. Are you ready for that?
Am I ready to fight G-Men? Not as I am right now, but that's why I have friends, right? And when I know the exits.
Well, friends will help you with that. Still, keep your head on a swivel and all that jazz.
Alright, he'll take the M-discs and they'll disappear into his knapsack.
Fair enough. There's a knock on the door and you hear, "Son, are you done hanging out with your friend?" Your dad is calling through.
We're not done yet. Can we get some Sunny D?
Okay, sure. But are you sure you don't want real orange juice? Like, I can get that.
No, Sunny D.
It's got all the vitamins. Get the kid a Sunny D, dude. Well, thank you not to tell me how to raise my son, Archivist, but fine. You guys keep careful. I'm still walking around updating all of the drivers for the cameras. Had to yell at the spirits a little bit. Driver spirits, they always want to be just so.
I love you too. Thanks, Dad.
Love you, dear. Try not to let Archivist corrupt you.
I'm 18. God damn. All right.
Your folks, man. Treasure 'em, but some point you gotta learn when to let 'em go. I mean, not like, ooh, no, go and kill your parents to become Batman or some bullshit like that, but just, find your own shit.
I don't know if I would even say that, Archivist, to be frank. You
Eh.
do know that I'm doing this whole, walkabout in a couple months, right? Those wheels are already in motion.
No, I get it. I mean, I will be watching, as is the plan, but, Clove's Whisper should be able to watch your back for at least physically for a bit. Denver's a pretty cool scene, but up here in Sea Springs, we got a pretty decent setup too, so if you ever feel like crashing, you know where I'm at. He sort of gestures to a very, very not clean futon.
I'm sure even in my pre-change state, the smell is just overwhelming.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, he'll regard the futon and be like, that means a lot, man, and I will definitely not make you regret that.
Sounds like it. So, we go from there to Loki in full wolf form running through the forest with your mother, just trying to burn off either some nervous energy or maybe just give Mr. E some space. Your paw pads grip the dirt as you and your mother run through the rolling hills and jutting rocks of the woods. The surroundings of the mansion are genuinely pretty impressive. The leaves on the trees dance in the wind as sunlight cascades down into the forest floor, and your nose is filled with the smells of life and sunshine. You're starting to get the appeal of the wilderness, even if there is no Wi-Fi. But eventually, you do stop. And your mother transforms and curls up by a hot spring and says, that's perfect. She immediately starts stripping off all of her clothes to climb in. She just rests down into the water, lets out a breath, and says, so, how are you holding up?
Okay, I think Loki will turn to human form too and just put his little feet in the hot spring, not completely disrobe, and say, honestly, the last couple days have been really rough. Seeing what happened to Lauren hurt me more than I thought I could be hurt.
You're surrounded by a lot of grief. Not all of it your own, but there's definitely a lot of it to go around. I honestly feel a little bit like I've shown up to a funeral that I wasn't invited to.
You're still very welcome. I know Claire appreciates it.
She's got promise. Oh.
But also some naivete.
The honest truth is, I think that girl's so overwhelmed right now that I don't know what she's going to do, but I do think that she's the kind of person who knows how to channel her strength into positive movement. I am a little worried that Mr. E is going to break your poor brother's heart, though.
High Key is a man by all of our rights and measures. It is his prerogative to get his heart broken or not.
I suppose that's fair. I do try to be a little bit protective of you folks, but you are adults now. Honestly, I don't hate the pairing, as it were. But people sometimes regret who they reach out to for comfort in the face of death. Sometimes you do things out of stress that don't necessarily align with what you want for your actual life. I don't know whether that's true or not here.
I don't have enough experience with death to really say it yet. I've only been with you until about a year ago. It's weird to think.
You've seen a surprising amount. Both with the cloves and here. Don't underestimate yourself, dear. So, we should start talking about next steps. If we're going to make a clutch, a proper protectorate here, I'm going to need to reach out to the cloves and see what they can say. And I presume you'll be traveling up to talk to Archivist, or, I suppose... Quite frankly, I don't know. Are you going to Zoom him or something? Is it Zoom or Skype? I can't remember.
We have a sort of werewolf proprietary one that we use.
Right.
A little more.
Well, I'm sure your father can figure that out.
Sure.
She says, just sinking deeper into the pool, as though trying to put some nature between her and the technology.
You know, we hadn't really talked about it. I thought he wanted a predator drone, so I was going to bring him one.
She sort of raises her eyebrows at that. That, I'm going to level with you, dear. That does not sound very subtle. And it sounds like this town is already a bit nervous about your presence.
I changed under the full moon. Subtlety is something I can only do so far now.
I understand, but it's also something you'll need. There are people who will hunt you down. There are people who will not understand you, who will see you only as a threat.
I mean, you're right, of course, but that's gonna happen regardless on a timescale.
I suppose so, but remember the oath.
Yes, Mom.
I'm serious, young man.
No, I'm serious too. Yeah, yes, Mom. Yes, the oath. The oath of the moon.
All right. She sighs and just gets out and starts drip drying for a moment. Do you think that it'll be all right if we leave a little bit earlier today, or do you want us to stay on for a bit longer? I admit, normally just traveling back and forth between territories like that isn't our style, but we need to rally the troops, and fairly quickly.
I'm a little antsy, to be honest. I want to leave as soon as we can.
All right. Heike and I will head to Denver and see what we can do. I suppose that you'll want to call ahead and let your vampire friend know that we're coming.
I can do that if you want. Do you want to actually talk to Gertrude or one of her lieutenants?
There's a difference between want and needing to. I don't think that she and her people are going to be very directly helpful here. Just by the nature of this. She gestures towards the mansion.
Sure, but there are a few I've built a rapport with. I wouldn't want them to start a fight with you they couldn't win.
That's honestly reasonable. All right.
Well, I'll give them a jingle on your behalf, and remember, you can reach me anywhere, even the gauntlet, now that I have this.
All keeping? Yes, that little present the foul-smelling man from the north gave you. I don't mean to be so insulting, it's just he really needs to bathe. That's coming from me.
We can't hold everyone else to our own standards, as
I
much as it pains me to
suppose
say.
that it's about this time that you hear a commotion and shouting from the guest house. Your mother snaps back, attention grabbed, and so do you, presumably.
Oh,
She
for sure.
immediately turns and goes, "Hurry!" and just runs off.
All right, yeah, I turn back into the wolf form and take off at 40 miles per hour.
All right. We're going to roll back the clock just a little bit here. Mr. E, you're upstairs. You're holding high key, or he's holding you.
Yeah, I have
Whatever you need, honestly.
I have high key just kind of draped, like just one arm draped around here as he's busily writing down notes of things that he has to keep track of for a meeting to help him focus on something that isn't the urn in the corner of the room, and just like, okay, need a deed, need these things. Don't suppose you're good with technology like your brother?
I mean, I can fix a car. I'm not so good at computers. I'm pretty good at, like, building machinery, though.
Are you good at potentially not disabling or destroying buildings?
Oh, now that's a specialty.
Okay.
But,
Because
yeah.
from what, oh boy, Melody, that's your mom, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, from what Melody said, is that there might be guests coming, so we might have to throw a party. So we'll need permits.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of things that we might need depending on what happens with
I mean,
gestures to the neighbors, like...
you're pretty far away. Like, for us it would be a thing, but I don't think they're going to file a noise complaint.
No, but in case there's explosions or whatnot, I'm formulating... I have a meeting with them tonight, so
Yeah, no.
I want to potentially
that's a
like
plan.
cover some stuff. Yeah, there's a lot. Oh my
Hey, okay, hey, man, you
Yeah.
don't need to do all of it right now, okay?
No, I have a meeting, so I'm just figuring...
Yeah, but
what-
not for like a few hours, right?
No, but do you live in a city that you have to like kind of keep tabs on and make sure that they don't cross into what we do?
Kinda, yeah. Mormons are... Well, if you kinda leave them alone, they'll kinda lock themselves up in a box.
Okay.
And sometimes that'll result in scary spirits that we have to deal with, but mostly they don't bother us.
Do you have a neighborhood watch that you guys are involved in, or at least keep tabs on? And like,
I mean, you're kinda looking at them.
okay, so I need tips and pointers. How did you become? Are
Well,
you like
the
the
first
head
thing
of it?
is... Ah! Holy... What on earth? You hear shouting from downstairs. Heike gets up and bolts downstairs.
First thing is take care of the screaming. Got it. I run downstairs with him.
You bolt downstairs, and there is a big, like, puff of air moving incredibly fast that just rolls over you like a gale-force wind, picks things up for a moment. Claire is nowhere to be seen. Danny is holding out her pistol. Henry is holding out his rifle. Like, Jeeves has an ephemeral serving tray in hand, extremely confused. And you just see paper drifting to the floor. Because you are werewolves, it does not take long for Low-Key and his very naked mother to burst into the room and go, "What on earth just happened?" And as a piece of paper slowly flutters to the floor, Mike, could you reach under the printer scanner bed and pull out the note that's there? Lift up the scanner bed.
Like this?
Yes.
All right.
The following note has been left.
Can I see?
Environmental storytelling. All right, we're reading, guys.
Okay. He just pulls it out of the air. Oh boy. Hey guys, getting yanked back in time by my. Oh no. Oh no. Come on, man. Remember the wizard salamander?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, she has an ancestor thing to deal with. Don't really have a way not to do this, so very much hoping that he's telling the truth and this is helpful. I'll try to send you updates or otherwise let you know, but if it's from the past, then that brings me problems for another time. Claire is gone.
Oh no, it's like that Star Trek where Data was dead for 200 years. Okay.
So we're out of Claire. Okay, that's fine. I'm sure she'll be fine.
Is it fine? I mean, I guess we can time travel. Given
It
our
has
current
to be.
resources.
It has to be fine.
Hey, both of you guys
for now.
roll me wits composure.
Oh no.
Sure.
What's composure?
A great thing for werewolves to roll.
I'm pretty.
Remember, you do get wolf senses, so add an extra die, even if you're in Kishu.
Oh, great. I will have 3.
Ooh, I said I was in Ergon form, so I probably get more than 1 die.
3 would be an exceptional for me.
Ooh, I get 4 extra dice.
Excellent. Hey, Justinia, could you go ahead and roll me just Dex Stealth? Are you
Sure.
approaching? I guess the question is, are you approaching stealthily or not?
I mean, what color's the door?
I mean, you'd probably
guest
be
house.
on the driveway, driving up or
Yeah.
biking up or moving up however you felt like.
Yeah, driving up. Yeah, it's a rental car, but you
Yeah,
know,
no.
But I'm driving up. What color is the front door of the guest house?
I'd say it's probably one of those nice sort of rustic dark reds.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not knocking on that door. Okay, so dexterity and stealth, which is
Like, depending, well, I mean, I suppose
I'm
this
really
would
bad at
be
this.
dexterity and drive if you were trying to be quiet about it, or if you're not trying to hide yourself.
Yeah, drive. I guess would be the thing then, right? Okay, well, look
Oh,
at
no.
this pool.
You're gonna roll 20s. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, look at this pool.
It's gonna be the 20.
brilliant. So that'd be 0 successes precisely.
So yes, there's a very loud backfiring sound of an engine as a car is coming up your driveway.
I got 5 successes.
Yeah, no, everyone in the room, including the people who aren't werewolves, immediately turn to the door and they're like, someone's coming up the driveway.
Is anyone
What do we do?
expecting, Is anyone expecting a werewolf?
No!
Okay. Then we're fine. It's probably someone who's lost.
Should I get into position? Like Henry's got his rifle and is gesturing to the tower.
Yes. But don't be obvious. But we'll... Oh god, we're out, Claire. Oh no. Okay, I guess we're gonna go out and welcome this person and give them better directions to where they need to go.
All right, Loki will saunter off into the kitchen where hopefully nobody is and change
Put on
back
some
into...
clothes.
Oh, she looks down and like, oh, right, probably should do that. Do you have anything?
Talk to Danny.
Danny's like, oh, you're gonna stretch out my bras. Okay, come on. Just-
I guess it's you and me. We're gonna be social together.
I can be social.
So yeah, you're
Can be
standing
too. I
outside
just
of
don't
a
know.
house. There's a sort of RV sitting in front of it that looks like it's both seen better days and been very well loved and cared for. You see a Kia, just a little Kia Sedona sitting there that looks a little bit out of place next to that. And
It's
there's
also
a
baby blue.
lovely family house that has a few, like, obvious signs of recent repairs and some little places where the windows have clearly been patched. Something happened here recently. The driveway looks oddly recently resurfaced.
This has to be the place.
Glider, what are you gonna do?
I mean, this has to be the place. I'm gonna get out of the car, obviously, and take a look at the. Did I drop my muffler or something? Like, did mufflers still drop? I don't know cars, but yeah, I'm gonna just take a look real quick, and knowing nothing, I just turn right back around and probably see you guys coming up upon.
Hi, are you lost?
No, I don't believe that I'm lost. Why would you think that I'm lost?
Because not many people come here. It's very specific to get here, so maybe you got lost and turned around.
Oh,
Hey, roll me wits composure real quick.
Sure. Wits composure.
I gotta roll a different thing.
Yeah, you use composure.
I can do this. Maybe. 1, right?
Yeah,
9.
one is enough.
You're
in real darkness.
enough.
That'll work.
Oh, right, you have Henry's cheat, don't
I
you?
do.
Yes.
Do you want me to roll something?
Yeah,
for him?
what's his dex stealth?
He actually has those 4.
Oh no.
Great.
He has 4 self.
No, his dex is 3. His stealth is 1.
Oh, okay.
So he has a pool of 4.
He was in the army, you know.
Oh, he's a
Yeah.
Alfred Pennyworth type. Okay.
Yeah. So, how many successes did you get?
A mere 1.
Ty goes to the defender. You don't notice anything weird. Okay.
I mean, that's totally normal. I don't notice weird things. No, okay. Yeah, so no, I'm not lost.
Okay.
The agency provided me an address here, and I read off the address. And,
What type of agency?
private security.
Is that the name of the agency, or are you just telling me what they do?
I'm telling you what they do. Do you want the name of the agency?
Yes, please.
Oh, it's, let's just say I was hired by a mutual friend.
Which mutual friend? We have lots of friends.
Yeah, we've also had a lot of trespassers in the last couple of days who got a little rowdy, as you can see from our
Oh.
windows and driveway. So,
Oh, yeah.
We've
No.
had some people masquerading as mountaineers, but they're not. So we're very wary of guests that say they're mutual friends. So who
Yeah,
is the mutual friend?
one time somebody came to my house and they were dressed up like in full miner regalia, which is a little weird. So I get it. I get what your concern is entirely, because that was a weird day, let's say. Yeah, so mutual friend is Freddie. You know Freddie. Freddie? Do you not know Freddie? Freddie Spaghetti? Oh my God, you guys don't know Freddie?
Loki's crossing his arms and
No,
looking a little
I
grumpy.
don't. I've never heard of that person.
Oh, really?
Do you have a business card?
I am seriously concerned right now. Yeah,
Mhm.
she'll pull out a business card.
Who's it for?
It's just
Okay.
her name. It says Glider on it. Oh, by the way, do a lot of people drop their G's around here? I just feel like there's a lot of G dropping.
As in,
I just
people
wonder.
just don't say glider.
Yeah, they just no. I mean, yeah, because then I'd be lighter, and that wouldn't make a lot of sense.
Why do you
Would
say
it?
G dropping?
Lighter is a name. I mean, it wouldn't not make sense.
That's not my name though, so it wouldn't make sense.
So what do you mean by dropping your G's?
Oh, like the NGs, so IN, nothing,
Oh.
just no G. I just figured maybe it's a regional thing. I don't know. I'm from Denver.
Oh.
We keep our G's there. It's a
You're
thing.
from Denver?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some mutual friends in Denver. They're
Yeah, named Freddie.
no.
I know Damien in Denver. Do you know Damien?
Don't think I know Damien.
He's a cool guy to hang out with. We should.
So
Introduce you sometime.
why did they? This agency.
Yeah,
Why are they here?
they're not okay.
What
So,
do they want?
so look, I'm not with an agency. that was my cover story coming
Oh,
in. But
okay.
now that I've already told you about Freddie,
Yeah.
who you don't know apparently,
Correct.
this is so awkward. Look, they said that you guys are having a manpower problem around here. In terms of you're setting something up, and I'm not like a heavy lifter or anything, but
What
I
type
can
of problem?
certainly. Well, you got. I don't know. It sounds dangerous here. That's all. Maybe you needed protection. I mean, look at the house. Whose house looks like that?
Someone who recently moved into a fixer-upper.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
You said
You
what?
literally-
What? You said umpires?
Umpires.
What did you say? Did you say vampires?
I didn't say vampires.
I thought you said vampires.
What the
Something down
Vampires? What are you talking about?
there. I don't know.
Oh, vampires can't possibly be real. Are
No.
you telling me that vampires are real?
No.
Oh, okay, are umpires real?
Yes, they're in baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the
Okay.
way, at this point, there is a large husky dog that is walked out and is sort of pointedly circling around the back.
Is that
Of you.
is that high key?
Yes, that's
Okay.
high key.
Just making sure.
Yeah, no. He apparently is quite good at controlling some things. And you can smell very much that it's high key, and he's kind of like circling around the back of this person, not doing much, just nonchalantly sitting there looking like a normal dog.
Look, our dog is very.
By the way,
sensitive to
very
strangers.
quickly, your peripheral mage sight is going off immediately, going, werewolf, werewolf, werewolf.
Well, I
Because you're close enough to see
I'm
them at
happy
this
to
point.
know this. I'm happy to know this. This is not a great situation, but it's the situation that I am in.
Yeah, you have to excuse our dog.
Yeah.
He's a bit sensitive to strangers.
You
And
know-
I'll kind of put my arm around Loki, as awkward as this is, like we're a couple, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Loki's
I'm
like,
trying to gamble on something. I'm like, yeah, you know.
Loki's just gonna completely no-sell and be like, that's not necessary,
Oh.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah, you know her dogs, they always need a job.
Yeah.
I think you
You-
might
you-
be saying them off a little bit.
Did you, okay? Well, she turns around to see the dog, but like you guys do know that dogs and wolves are actually not the same class of animal. Like they're a little. I don't know if it's subclass or what it is, or if it's like just they're a different level. I don't know, but they're not the same animal.
So then why are you here, seeing that the cover story was bogus?
Oh yeah, your cover story is bogus too. No, that is why
Yeah.
I'm here.
Is because your cover story is bogus?
No, it's because Freddie sent me.
We don't know if Freddie.
Who do you know in Denver then? Other than Damien, I don't know Damien. Like, do you know a lot of people in?
We know a few.
What's the name of the restaurant that we went to? The 53 over 7?
Yeah, the 53/7. It's the name of the floor on a very tall building.
Yeah, we know the owner of the 53 over 7.
You do. That is Gertrude Van Buren.
Oh yeah, old Gertie, right? Yeah. I don't know her that well. I shouldn't call her Gertie probably, but Gertrude.
Yeah, I don't think she'd love being called Gertie.
No, I wouldn't say that to
Are
her
you
face.
associated with Gertrude? Are you a friend of hers?
Am I associated with Gertrude? In a way, yes, I am associated with Gertrude, but that wasn't really where I was going with all this. I don't think.
You're
I don't
talking
know.
about umpires from Denver, though, and
I
she
just-
is the umpire of Denver.
Ah, I see. So umpires are a thing.
We've already established umpires are a thing.
It's true. We did establish that.
You've never seen a husky look quite so utterly confused.
When is my meeting?
Not for like 3 hours.
Oh dear God.
Okay, guys, I'm actually seriously confused right now about what's happening here. I know that you're.
You're making us a little confused too, if I'm being honest.
Okay, well, I just thought I needed a story because I didn't know if I could just walk up to a bunch of werewolves and everything was gonna
Oh,
be
yeah,
okay.
don't do that. That's not the done thing.
Yeah, but you
well,
should
then
at
this
least-
worked then.
So, okay, cool. So how do you know?
How'd I know?
Yeah.
Oh, because they told me I was supposed to come out here and protect a bunch of werewolves.
Who is they?
Freddy. I'm not lying.
Freddie.
It's totally Freddy.
Freddie who?
Freddy Spaghetti.
I feel that is a fake name.
Do you want to roll me, like, just
Absolutely. I
wits
do.
empathy?
Yes. Absolutely. I
And do
do
you want to roll me wits persuasion?
I mean, I've
Sorry,
had this one
presence or manipulation persuasion.
Manipulation. And
All right, I might take out my eyepiece and
Persuasion.
cash in my oracular Google News article for the session.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
that good?
And you pull
Yeah,
that
that's
up, and
good.
it quickly says, and it quickly you quickly see a little picture, that shows a very fancy-looking art installation with a bunch of LED walls and interesting whales and stuff showing up, and it says, "Grand opening, Wolf Cat art installation. Jacob Blaine, renowned artist, begins construction of incredible local business here in Denver." And you see in the background, just kind of setting something up, this young lady.
Also 3 successes.
3 successes. So, terrifyingly enough, it seems like she's telling the truth.
Wait, is Freddy Spaghetti in Alias? What? Can you tell me Freddy's profession?
Oh, yeah. Now you're testing me.
You're
Yeah.
at our house. We are testing
I'm
it.
just in
Yeah.
your driveway. Like, I'm not in your
You're
house.
on our property and in our territory.
Oh, well, I don't think this car's going to move again. It's a rental.
By the way, very insubstantially at this point, like hovering just behind you, Jeeves, like in the twilight, is going. Also, by the way, you can. You don't have any dots of spirit, right? Or do you?
I do not.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, no, just in the twilight, hovering there, just gently you hear the whisper of, is this a get tea or mace situation from Jeeves?
Luck favors the prepared. Why not
Sure,
both?
I'll make some plans. Just sort of slips away. Did you say that in first tongue, or how did you say that while you were...
I'll just like out loud just say both.
Fair enough, so
I think it might have been first tongue, but Loki was doing like this thing. So.
Oh yeah, no.
But you're in our territory,
Yeah.
and you haven't told us literally anything other than that you were told to be here by someone with the most ridiculous name I've heard of, Freddy Spaghetti.
It sounds a little
Well,
racist
you
if I'm being honest.
Wait, what?
It's
Why?
the most ridiculous fake name I've heard.
Okay,
It's similar to Mario in terms of credibility.
Look, there are a lot of fake people named Freddy Spaghetti. That does not mean this Freddy Spaghetti is fake. It's like a logic puzzle.
So,
Okay,
okay, so
is
you're-
Freddy Spaghetti Jacob Blaine?
I don't think so.
So Jacob Blaine is your general employer. Freddie is the person who had some debt to
Yeah.
you, who had some debt to another party who you have not mentioned, and was transferring it down the path.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna hold on to that one for a sec because I'm sure they're not gonna believe that one.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, Freddy Spaghetti, not an alias. Not precisely an alias. It is an alias, but I can't explain to you exactly how that works because I don't know if your minds are even capable of accepting that information. I'm not going to test it though because it may break you.
Is it like a thing where you can't use magic with your real name, so you make an alias?
I kind of sorta, but it's also an alias. But yeah, okay. Well, do you guys know there's a family? They go by the Whitlocks because
Yeah.
that's their family name.
Yep, we know them.
Okay. So Freddy Spaghetti and Whitlocks the meatballs. I have no idea who calls them that, but that's really clever, huh? You like that one? No. It's just because Freddy Spaghetti. Okay. That was lost. I tried. Yeah, but I'm on your property because they ultimately sent me. Because I think, how did this work out? I mean, I think the Whitlocks had like, what do you guys call it when werewolves owe each other a thing?
It's a debt.
Okay, so
It's still a debt. By
it's still
any other
debt.
name.
You don't have it by. Okay, well I can call it anything then. Is it by any other name?
No.
Okay,
It would be a debt.
It'd just be a
That's-
debt. Okay.
So
Okay.
someone owed a debt.
Yeah, so it was like I think the Whitlocks they were the debtors to Freddy Spaghetti was a debit. I don't know. The Whitlocks owned Freddy's
Yep.
debt.
Sure.
And Freddy owned my debt. And they were both seriously concerned about your safety.
Okay.
Because apparently, I don't know, like you're down people because of the attack, or I don't know, maybe whatever that weird gust of wind thing was as I pulled
Yeah,
up.
someone's through time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Well, we got a letter that's allegedly through time.
Oh god,
I didn't
time
even know that
travel
was
is
a thing.
always a headache for
Yeah.
you.
I'm not entirely sure that time travel's real.
I don't
It's
know.
At
very
least
much
not-
it. Like
I know. it's just not. You
Yeah,
know,
can
it's,
I do an
it's not like
empathy check on
MCU.
that one?
yeah,
You
go
know, it's not like
ahead.
MCU
Do
at
a
all.
wit's empathy on
It's
that
wrong.
one.
Okay.
Totally wrong.
Sure.
But aside from that, yeah, time travel's a real
Oh,
pain.
no.
I'm sorry that you're
So
having to
how
deal with
can
it.
I'm good at.
I mean, to be
Oh.
fair, she did immediately change the story, so I don't know what that empathy check is going to tell you.
Okay. Yeah, I think the level of fast talk going on here is just so fast that Loki is like, nothing can be weighed.
So so you are here to pay off a debt.
I'm here to pay off
What
the debt.
can you do?
In fact, Well, it doesn't matter what I can do. I have to be here. That's how I'm paying off my debt. But
So
what
you just
can I
have
do?
to be here, or you have to help us?
I have to protect you.
Okay.
Yeah, if like either of you die, I think maybe, or even probably are seriously maimed. Like it might even be a finger or a toe. Little toe's probably okay, but other toes are pretty substantial to your overall posture and things. So.
Oh my god! Danny bursts out of the door. Just stop thinking! You this short little
Oh, great.
cute
Now you
Asian
can-
woman, this short little cute Asian woman with a pistol in a holster at her side and a little bit of a light duster jacket hanging over her is just staring at you with her eyes twitching and the tiniest bit of a nosebleed coming out. Your peripheral sight pings, but you don't quite know what this one is.
You're armed. and
God,
you're killing-
it's so loud!
I want to stop thinking, but the problem is I'm actually dissociating, so this is my body's natural rhythm. I'm not sure what to do with this.
Okay, do you need me to be sober right now? She asks the two of
Absolutely
you.
not.
Okay, great. I'm gonna go get all of the weed in the house. Please excuse me. And she just walks away.
Do you guys have tinfoil by chance in the house?
Yeah. We have tinfoil. That's a normal thing
That's
for people to
a normal
have.
thing that people have.
Well, sometimes I loan them. You should probably go check. I'm serious.
Yeah, we're still dealing with you and what you're here for.
Well, trying not to make her bleed out her nose and die.
Then
Because I think that will probably
she'll be
also
fine.
count.
She'll be fine.
Oh, I guess she's not on the list of people I had to protect. I didn't know who that is. Who is she?
Doesn't matter. Who's on your list?
There was a protect the werewolf pack here.
Yeah, so, I just show you guys the instructions that are written here.
There is a message in a flowing script which says, "Hello. In order to return your soul stone, I call upon your second favor of 3. Your second favor of 3, which will be to go back and defend the local werewolf pack while they are down one of their members, as the Whitlocks are currently dealing with an internal family situation that involves her. So, please keep them safe. Try and, assist them as best as you can. And please try not to drive them insane. I know that's difficult for you. Signed, Freddy. Not spaghetti in...
That's not true! Whoa, except that's not true. That's not true. This is
That is very much true.
Some of this is making a lot more sense.
No,
Loki's
no.
going to take a picture of
I have a
the
question.
script
This is
real
the
fast.
third favor I've done for him.
So, hold on. Let's backtrack to this.
Roll
word.
me a wits... I think this is actually an intelligence composure. I'm going to call this for a memory check. I might be wrong there because I'm fairly certain. But let's just do this really quickly.
Okay, why not?
That's one success. It explodes too.
Oh, okay. Let's see how good it explodes. It explodes really well.
Yeah, 2. Only
I'm
touch
going for
explode.
23. Right?
Yeah, going for 23.
No, 2. It's 2. It wasn't quite 23. But
Okay, so there's some gray area here
I'll get that.
because you did get him coffee, and you're not sure if that was enough. So,
So
gray
gets
area.
Such requirements for that coffee. That's not relevant or anything, but I'm pretty sure this is the third
So
time.
I have a question.
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this
yeah.
letter. What's a soul stone?
Oh, it's a secret mage thing.
Are you a mage?
Apparently, because I apparently know something about soul stones. Oh, is that what you were asking earlier when you said, what are my capabilities?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why you can't just tell that I'm a... That's weird. I can tell exactly what you are. Like, it's just oozing
you
off
do
of you.
smell magic.
Yeah. Can you use Excel? How many languages can you speak? That type of thing. Yeah,
many
obviously
coded
we're
languages?
asking.
Oh, yeah, I guess you would know all those things. How many languages do I speak? I mostly
Technically, too.
speak Denverese and English. What's my other language?
High speech.
Oh, yeah, sure, but I can't speak that in front of them. It'd make their brains hurt.
So
Actually, roll me into cult.
Okay, fine. I'll roll for things I already know.
Yeah,
It's
we
fine.
can be magic around each other. That's fine.
Oh, you have magic too? Is that a thing? Okay.
Didn't-
I didn't read the primer. Was I supposed to read the primer? What was it?
You're a
intelligence?
mage. Yes,
Just
that's literally
intelligence
part of the onboarding.
that's like everyone knows that from watching Harry Potter. There's a primer and classes that you have to take
At some
to know
point,
the magic.
by the way, at this point,
Yeah.
Sophia has walked outside holding Danny by the arm, saying,
That's one.
So,
That's one.
hi, we're going to the head shop or possibly the coffee shop. Like, at this point, she's got two bloody little things stuffed
Okay,
up.
don't go to the coffee shop. Literally go anywhere else that won't attract further attention.
Head shop it is.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
the-
just, can I borrow the keys to the Kia?
Tosses the key.
Thank you. And
Yep.
Sophia goes and drives Danny away as she groans
So-
in the back.
I'm sorry that I hurt her brain. Or her nose. I guess I really just hurt her nose as far as I know.
So, soul stones.
Yeah.
What they do? You said they're super secret mage things.
Yeah. Okay, well let's try this. What do you think they might look like?
I think they might look like a gem that has a soul in it.
I think they probably look pretty gaudy. That's my guess.
Mine is pretty gaudy. I
Yeah.
don't know if everybody's is gaudy, but mine is pretty gaudy. Yeah, that's true.
Something that you might see on the side of a spray painted van with a wizard, maybe a unicorn.
No, Freddy's like a legit wizard person. I guess if that's what we're calling them now. A wizard.
Well, you said mage, so we'll call you mage.
That's more appropriate, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a little like sexist to say wizard, because then is it a wizard? Except Harry Potter made that really confusing for everybody.
Because they used witches and wizards, but I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, wizards could just be a unisex term. But anyway,
Exactly.
Mages. So
Mages.
you're a mage. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Huh. I thought wizard was gender neutral. It's just
That's what I
your
was saying.
relation to the politicality. Like Merlin was a wizard, but Morgan Le Fay wasn't. But those were like political things.
Yeah, she would be like a witch.
you
Yeah,
know,
or
here's the
sorcerer.
beautiful thing.
Or
is
sorcerer, yeah. Anyway.
None of that has anything to do with me. I'm just a mage.
So, do I have to keep being a dog? Says the dog, speaking in perfect English.
No, you don't have to keep being a dog high. You can take.
Immediately, slowly turns back. Ugh.
Yeah, that didn't look comfortable. Is it comfortable?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Okay.
No, it hurts.
It's kind of like. So, when you get used to it, it's kind of like the pain of a lover entering you for the first time. That was the
Goddamn.
coolest way I ever got it told.
Loki's just shaking his head at that description. Don't love that one.
I'm sorry, but I
Fun
don't-
fact, out of character, that's a description in the book.
Oh, God.
I'm not kidding.
Of
That's
course.
the thing that happened.
Yeah, you can't describe it to someone who's never done it.
Oh, it's a world secret.
What? But some people are like, I know some mages who could turn into stuff.
Hey, let's get away from the house right now. If my mom comes out and has to yell at you, that's gonna be like big trouble. So we're gonna leave and go somewhere else in the city right now.
Okay. Is she a werewolf?
Yes,
I have to
she
protect,
is.
I have to protect her though.
She's not a member of our pack, technically.
Sweet.
Also, if there's
Less
anybody in the city that does
responsibility.
need protecting,
Hmm?
is gonna be her. So
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Well, I'm good at this.
what?
Should we go get coffee?
Hey,
I
I have an idea.
I sort of have an errand at the cop shop
I have,
anyways.
I have a thing I'm going to soon.
Okay.
So
Can
I
you
will.
have her look into like the mansion situation?
I guess I can go bodyguard her and we can like leave if we
Because
need
we know
to.
like a ritual was done that involved souls. So if she knows
Oh.
stuff about souls, she might be able to glean information on how to unfuck it.
What?
Yeah, mages are also renowned for.
Unfucking things.
Well, I was gonna say known ceremonies and like poetic license and making that into reality. So now that we know the bane of our mansion friend, maybe
Yeah.
this
Yeah, that would be great. I have to be a part of a neighborhood watch soon.
In about
That sounds
Yeah.
fun.
2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yep. So we want you to go look at a mansion and tell
Okay.
us how to fix it.
okay.
But you can't go. There's some places that are marked. You can't go any closer than that.
Okay.
Otherwise, you might die.
Hey,
What is this like? A haunted mansion?
You
or
were
what's-
informed that this mansion was super duper cursed.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah, it's like bad.
It's super bad.
It's super bad.
Oh, okay.
Loki is going to go up to E and say, in case the meeting gets rough, and palm you half a joint.
Yeah, thanks. Definitely.
Hey, I'm trying to help how I can, okay?
Wizards.
Thank
mages are a
God
thing.
for
Okay.
Colorado's policy
Yeah,
on
right?
marijuana. Anyway.
Okay, so mages are a thing. Okay, cool. So that mansion there.
Yeah.
If you could find any information about how we unfuck it from, I don't have the name of it.
The
'cause
half
names are
death?
important.
They can be.
Are you talking about the Idagam?
That's why we can't
Well,
tell you.
that's
your-
just a general
yeah.
term.
Okay, you didn't know
Oh, no, we do know
Idagam.
its
Do you
name.
want to roll me into occult?
Yes, the
Oh
half
yeah,
death.
why not? Why
Yeah,
not?
if you could find out any information you can about the half death, that would be so cool.
That is 3.
Three.
Yeah.
Okay, so the term Idagam immediately sets out alarm bells because, you're getting the implication of Godzilla scaled to if a werewolf was the strength of a normal person, an Idagam would be Godzilla in comparison.
Okay.
So that's real bad.
Yeah. So, did you say there's one of those in the house?
Oh, not this house, no. The mansion over there.
Yeah, you did see a very
Oh,
lovely
yeah, right.
little thing that said, "Welcome to the marvelous, magnificent mansion." Or,
It has a sign? That's great.
yeah, no, there's
That's
a
great. It's
sign,
its
and
own
there was a
sign.
very silly picture of a wizard wearing, holding a wand with a big bushy white beard and,
So-
a big hat with stars and moons on it.
It's a haunted theme park.
If
Oh,
if
I
some,
see.
If some
Okay.
names are important, the half death is the thing that lurks there.
Okay.
Some I suppose I can leave out that name. The names that we would be associated with would be Andrea Kleiner, who would be the wife. Sorry, I'm going through my notes because I have them. I
Ooh.
just don't have them organized.
Uller Smoke, who is the ancient werewolf shaman who sort of set this whole
Yep,
ball of
Uther
wax
Smoke
rolling.
would be the other gentleman.
Okay.
And
Taking mental notes. I have super good memory.
good. Oh God, what was his name? Robert Kleiner.
Yeah.
Robert and Andrea Kleiner, Uther Smoke, and the Half Death. If you could get
Yeah. Yeah.
literally any information about that, that would be super helpful.
Okay.
Or warding, if mages can do that, I don't know.
I mean, sure.
I have
why
limited
not?
TV
I can do
knowledge
some
about
things.
wizards that they can throw up protection spells and stuff.
It depends on the circumstance and how
Mage
creative I am that day.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, theme park though. That's fantastic. It's a haunted theme park that is.
It is currently haunted. It wasn't.
It
It
wasn't.
wasn't supposed to be haunted when it was created.
Oh,
It has
it-
become haunted.
It has become haunted.
Very few theme parks are created with the intent.
Yes.
The ones that are, though, very scary.
That's so funny.
And there's probably a lot of dead bodies.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
But you're also saying there's certain places that if you go past them, you'll just die.
Well, you'll be stalked by weird straw men with sickles that will try to stab you.
Oh.
And then, essentially, if you die in that property, your soul becomes bound to the land.
Also, we
Oh.
dealt with it, but there was an entity that trapped us in a time loop pocket dimension type thing.
Oh god, that's
Like a
sucks.
Steamboat Willie type situation.
I'm.
Yeah,
oh.
it wasn't prepared for the level of violence we can produce, honestly, but we dealt with
It has been made weakened from its overexertion of its powers.
Yeah.
So now do the best time if you got time.
I got time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, before we go, if you get stabbed or shot, can you
Heal yourself.
heal yourself? Do you have ways to not get stabbed and shot?
Here's the thing: is the best defense is a good offense.
A
So the
sentiment
best way
I
to not
share,
get hurt is
actually.
to kill the person before they get to you.
Sure. Okay.
So you
Assuming
do
they're
have,
killable.
I will note, you do
Yeah,
have
yeah.
some defensive magic. I think that there's something called a rote called Turn Away there. I specifically gave you a
turn
thing.
momentum is
Turn
totally
momentum.
a thing. Yeah.
Is quite useful.
Okay. Also, I'm tougher than I look. Just get behind me if things start to go south, and
Good,
we
because
can leave.
those little arms. Yeah.
He's ripped. He's very ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean that the wrong way or anything. It's just there's, Denver guys.
I'm not from Denver.
It-
I'm from Palisade.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not from Denver either.
Yeah.
But if you're strong, I guess I'll believe you. Why not?
He's gonna pick up a rock and just throw it into the middle distance.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me strength athletics.
I will laugh if you flub this. It just. He's more
That would-
strong
If you
when
have
he's
some sort of
angry.
gift you're using for this, you may.
He's more strong when he's angry.
I think I pissed him off, right?
I got 2,
Oh.
so not
I mean,
horrible.
a pretty solid baseball pitch.
Yeah.
It doesn't look supernatural, but it looks very good.
Yeah, it's a big rock.
Yeah, I was
wasn't
picturing
like
like the
foam
size, like a fist size,
Yeah.
just solid rock. He just like chucks it over the tree line.
Okay. I mean,
Do you need anything?
That works. do I need anything?
Well, as a mage, I figure you need like
Yeah, we
like
have
Eyes of Nude or something.
we
You
have
got
like
a lovely gold coin that you use as a focus in your pocket.
I do have that. I also have a cage full of mice in the back of my car, just in case.
We
Also,
also-
your car is fine.
No, it isn't. You heard it.
I did. It just backfired. It's still workable.
Yeah, but it's like modern cars don't backfire that often. This is like supposed to be like a 2021 or something.
Oh,
It's
no,
also
it's
supposed-
absolutely not. Yeah, no. Dealership totally gave you a lame one dudette,
Yeah.
says high key, who has already propped open
So
the.
he's gonna fix the car. You're gonna help with that.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Can I turn this into an SUV, by the way? Because I ordered an SUV and they didn't have one. That's how I got stuck with this thing.
You can't do
What?
You can't transform stuff into other cars.
I mean, I
Can
guess
you?
if I
No.
sat down and body shopped it for a while and got Dad to do some 3D lathe stuff. Okay, we do not have time or material for that. Sorry.
it'd be easier to
Or
just steal an
budget.
SUV.
Yeah, it really would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it would just be easier if you just stole an SUV if that's what you wanted. We
Yeah,
frown
but
on
that's-
we frown on stealing in this house.
I say it's literally a crime, and the only crimes that I do are a passion.
So murder.
That's not
That's
where
the
I was
mo-
going
that's-
with that.
That's the most common crime of passion is murder.
Oh, I didn't mean a crime of passion. Ah, God, I've said it all wrong.
You did say
You
the
said
crime
se-
you do is of passion. I'm like, so murder.
What you just
That was not what I meant.
what you just said is second degree murder is cool, but Grand Theft Auto is
Totally not.
not the dumb
I
thing.
draw the line at
By the
Grand Theft
way-
Auto, but
No, I
second-degree
mean,
murder.
like, guys, I just mean broken hearts in my backstory. That's
Oh.
all. That's all.
So, by the way, at this point, Melody is just walking out, going over to Glider, looks you up and down, picks you up in a fireman's carry, and says, "Going up? All right, where are we going with the mage?"
To the property line.
Just effortlessly picks you up. Very strong lady.
Yeah, I would be objecting to this. However, I don't think that I have any ability to object to what is happening to me at this moment. Like, I just wish you would have asked me for consent. That's all.
I might have if I thought it was possible to get a word in edgewise.
That is actually fair.
Damn it. I earned that one. Okay, fine.
She-
Take me to where I'm going. wherever
In
this
any
is.
case, so, storming the gates?
Well,
Well, I was gonna
She
say
might-
reconnaissance.
yeah, like reconnaissance, like soul search, like a soul searching kind of thing, I guess.
That tracks. Miss Glider, you said?
No, I'm going by lighter now because a lot of people drop their G's. No, I was kidding.
It's Glider.
It's just glider. Yeah, I get it. I get a business card if you don't believe
She
me.
actually puts you down, puts 2 hands on your shoulder, and says, "You are all right. You are safe with us. I cannot say you're safe here because there are dangerous things in the woods, but you are okay. We welcome you. Your intentions are good. You don't have to put up such a defense."
Okay. What about that guy in the tower?
Oh, well, first of all, you didn't notice him.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Composure kept. Thank you, I guess. Yeah. I'll try to keep it together now that I know that I'm with family.
I wouldn't go that
You're
far.
with
A family. Well, yeah, that's what I meant. I meant
Yeah,
a
you're with
family.
A family.
A family.
Like,
Yeah. It's like you guys all want to stay alive.
Well, no, like mother, son, a family.
Oh,
Like they are a family.
are you like the cousin? Not related?
Yeah, I'm not related to them at all.
Do you have the same last name? Because that would be really funny.
No,
Okay.
I'm from Minnesota.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's really far from Palisades.
Technically, if he ends up marrying my other son, he will be a brother-in-law to Loki
Not
and a son-in-law.
the time.
Oh, that's why it made sense to me for a bit.
Like, for the record, High Key has immediately dropped the dropped the front portion of the car, and like the hood has just fallen on his hand when you say that from him jumping, and as Melody just sort of smirks mildly. Anyway,
It's
Oh.
all things in time.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's past, sometimes it's forward.
we all have our little funs. Anyway,
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Before we go.
Oh, before we go. Yeah, you said that like 3 times now. I've interrupted you all 3 times.
Yeah, wild, huh?
Yeah.
He's gonna take out his eyepiece and tag Glider with the tracking feature, so in case something happens and we get separated, we can follow her for up to 1 mile.
yep, sounds like a plan.
Oh, that does. Do you know if this sickle guy is like psionic or
It's
psychic
not
or
one.
mentally?
It's not one.
Oh, it's not one.
No, it's like a terrifying amount of scarecrows.
Oh, okay. I was
It's
thinking maybe that's a
physical
half-death
with
thing.
like sickles will stab you to death.
It's physical, but it can't be killed easily. Like, they keep getting
Easily.
back up, even after blows that would kill anybody with a human body. So,
Have you tried setting him on fire?
we haven't tried it yet. Maybe.
Have you tried setting the whole house on fire?
We did actually. It started raining. Like,
Almost
Yeah.
immediately.
suspiciously, it started raining right away. So,
Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. Okay.
Yeah, I did try to light it on fire and it rained.
Oh God, I wish it ran. That would be amazing. It's
yeah.
like the biggest
The house
Baba
that
Yaga
ran.
house ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, grew
No,
legs,
that'd be really
grew legs, ran
terrifying. That
Oh,
we
yeah, it
run
would be.
into a city with, you know, it would be like a person-eating house.
I mean, it's like a tourist trap, so like, does it matter? They're not local. Anyway, yeah, let's go to this mansion.
yeah, let's start
Okay,
walking.
everyone, clap. Clap. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap twice. Good,
Right.
your mother says. Okay, now. If we're going to go scouting, please follow us this way. You know the dividing line of influence?
Yes.
Perfect, then let's walk. And Melody starts just ushering you in that direction.
Mark it with spray paint. Mark it every time it shifts.
I don't think we actually had a chance to do that. Like, some new fire started happening as soon as
Mm-hmm.
we tried to do last time.
What color
I'm going-
paint did you have?
Well, if you don't,
We used white.
if you aren't like affected by lunacy, I'll just shift into the near wolf form so that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I don't think so. No.
Okay.
No, I mean, I'm not going insane now.
Important
am
point
I?
of order, you don't have the ability to speak English in that form.
Yeah, but I can use first tongue and talk to Melody, so that's fine.
Yeah, you can totally do that. Glider, you will not understand anything that Loki is saying. Also, there's a giant wolf next to you. It's like horse-sized. It's right there.
Okay, I go up and just admire without touching the bicep of the wolf, I guess. Like, yeah,
Like,
that's
it's
not like,
quadrupedal, so bicep is perhaps... I mean, technically it still
it's-
exists.
Yeah, I mean, it's a muscle that's in the same zone where, yeah, whatever. I'm like, yeah, okay, Denver guys have nothing on you.
Yeah, the wolf makes an expression that's like beyond wolf intelligence and Ken. Like, he got the joke.
Okay, good. Well, have you ever let somebody ride you out of curiosity, like on your back? I didn't mean that the other way, because that would be weird.
I'm just gonna trot off
Yeah,
at this
I'm
point,
just gonna-
like faster
I'm just-
than a human can
I'm
really keep
literally
up.
just gonna go right behind you because I feel very
Yeah, no,
embarrassed about
Melody
questions
is
I ask.
following you, keeping very close eye on you.
That's a good idea.
Yes, Mr. E, what are you doing?
Oh, following from behind at a distance just to see how this is gonna play out. Just to make sure they get to their destination and start doing the thing then I can be like, okay, cool.
Yeah, a rack of stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. So you all start walking towards the mansion. So the first thing you see as you approach is, of course, a lovely apple orchard with some apples starting to ripen.
Oh, that's great.
You do see some straw little scarecrows just sort of scattered, fallen down on the ground. They don't appear to be moving at all. A couple of them do have sickles next to them, but it's a little more diverse than that. Some of them have like rakes, others of them have pitchforks.
Nice.
Lots of farming implements.
Yeah.
But
well,
none of them are moving.
This is supposed to look horrifying, right? I mean, that's the point. It was a theme park to scare people.
No, it
It was a
wasn't
theme park for little children, actually.
Yeah, it
Well, you can
wasn't.
scare children. It's not that hard, actually.
Again,
You have
wasn't a
reasons,
theme
no.
park to scare children.
Yeah, okay. So, like, those apples are just normal apples. Like,
Probably.
You don't see any like. Are you using any mage sight at the moment?
yeah, I would think so because I'm trying to determine if those apples are one alive
Okay,
and
so
then
I
two
believe
if they
that you
are full
have.
of
So
magic
you have
energy.
a dot of life,
I do.
4 dots of forces, and 3 dots of.
Two.
Sorry,
Of
2
prime.
dots of prime.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, so
Oh, dang.
you can see a very faint amount of a combination of death magic and life magic that you are not familiar with. Usually those arcana push against each other. It's clearly not awakened magic.
Yeah, okay.
And they seem to be conflicting with each other and yet working in harmony. But the effect is extremely faint, residual on almost all of this area.
yeah,
until
wait till we
you
get
s-
inside.
But it does get gradually stronger and stronger the further you go in. As you continue to walk in, you move past a still quite faintly magical aura of life and death. Prime sight is wonderful. Yes. Shout out to the people who helped me learn mage stuff online. I'm butchering this and I'm sorry, but I'm doing my best. Anyway.
Hey, Jess, I'm gonna butcher you right back. Don't worry about it.
Oh dear.
I mean, not in that way.
Wait.
I had to say it after everything I say.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, that got dark real fast, didn't it? Hey, so,
Anyway.
yeah, this is weird stuff going on
Yeah.
here. Like, we exist both in a realm of the living and the dead.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Because it murders living things?
No, because it's the half-death that leaves you in a perpetual state of not living but not dead. Like a comatose patient. Not
Gotcha.
like alive but not
yeah.
living. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like a really bad
Yeah,
thing.
you get the
That
strange
sounds
sense that
super
this would be
bad.
really bad if you were a vampire.
Yeah, right. Well, okay. Well, let's look around. Where's the most haunted, dangerous
Yeah, no,
place?
as you get
The
further and
mansion
further,
itself.
you see the mansion
mansion.
itself. Like, you
Oh.
passed over an old, rusted train that appears to have fallen sideways off of its tracks and completely derailed.
Stupid train.
We won. The train lost and we won. Yes.
And there's a decrepit little movie projector with a little outdoor amphitheater sitting in front of a large double door set with, more pretty colors faded with time and flaking paint and the iconography of Spellsy waving happily as the flakes in his eyes sort of fall away to reveal additional moldering brown beneath where the white used to be. So, that's the door.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you see a lot of life and death magic. It's almost a line of like, okay, this is a little bit tainted to, okay, there's something really very wrong here.
Yeah.
This entire place has an aura, and that's usually not how it works. Usually individuals have auras.
So she pulls out the letter from earlier, that explains why she's here. She's looking for the time period that she has to protect these people over. It just does it say?
When did my timer start?
I think it's when my car backfired.
Yeah, no, you just want him to punch your time card.
Can you
It's
sign
not
my
even-
community service letters?
Yes.
I did the work and I was here.
Yeah, it doesn't really specify exactly the time period where it's supposed
It
to
says
protect
protect
you.
these people while their manpower is short.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
For however
So-
long our one member is gone, you have to stay.
Oh, then we should totally go have coffee.
Nope.
I mean, you're busy because you're going through this whole night watch
I am,
thing.
but
By the
what
way,
an analysis of this place would be.
I could use coffee, actually.
Calliope music starts to play,
Oh, good.
and lights start to light up on the outside in a, lovely little fairground style outside the door. Spellsy's arm starts to wave creakily back and forth ever so slightly with the sign saying, "Come on in."
What time of day is it?
It's about 4 to 5, I'd say about 5 o'clock now.
Oh, well, that's convenient because that's actually the time I take my triple espresso. What?
Jess, I have a bit of a meta question.
Yes.
Did we ever officially do a sacred hunt for, the half-death in its entire sort
You
of...
did not.
Not yet, because
Okay.
that's gonna be when other people. Are
I recently got a gift last session that works when we do that, so we should do that pretty soon. I have Bloody-Handed Hunter now, so
Ah, yes, it's sacred hunts. They're extremely nice.
they are useful. All right.
I mean,
Well,
Are you guys going in here anyway?
Well, we just wanted to bring you here so you could sense whatever's going
Yeah.
on here and
Look
get
at it with
information.
your-
Do not go inside.
with your-
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Yeah, we're
okay,
not-
so she.
Yeah, not going inside. Just
Okay.
more. Like this is the first.
well, don't go inside on purpose.
This would be like
certainly.
the first expedition, like where you do a survey, and then we leave, use the information we have, and then try to figure out what's next or what more information we need.
Gotcha.
By the way, there's also a giant hole here. It looks like some sort of tunnel.
Where's it at?
It's just over
like,
to
just
the
over there?
side, right near the door.
You guys know what happened with that, yeah?
Yeah, that
Okay.
goes outside of. That's the tunnel that we went through.
Yes.
Yeah, that tunnel goes near outside the city. It's how the things get out without having to cross the borders. It like buries and goes through a tunnel to steal things.
Oh, okay.
Definitely toys.
Definitely
a bunch of
creepy.
action figures and dolls.
So if you see more creepy dolls, that's super bad.
Those are super bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Noted.
Everyone roll me wits composure, by the way.
All right, that's gonna be a 1 for me.
One for me.
2.
Yeah, no, let's see here. Not super trying to find, but... Yeah, no, you don't really, you said 1 and
One.
2?
Mhm.
Okay.
I have 2.
Oh, you had 2, and you?
I had a 1 for
Okay.
with composure.
Okay, so,
Is this?
yeah, no, you guys don't notice anything.
Yeah.
Is this a
normal.
senses thing? Because I didn't
Yes,
roll
this is
my...
a senses.
Okay, I should roll 3 more dice then. That
Yes. You are in,
the near wolf.
indeed. Herschel.
That's gonna be a 2 for me as well.
Okay, yeah. No, none of you
I'm just
none of you
further
hear
back,
anything, but you
so-
do, like, this place is, like,
Yeah. That's,
these Arcana specifically fight each other.
yeah, somebody.
They're very strongly connected here.
Yeah. So where's the safest places in the theme park that's a vantage point? Don't tell me
You-
the top of the mansion.
You do see some lovely towers jetting off of the mansion that look like, they have a lot of pretty things, and they have pictures of cool, like cowboys and Raggedy Ann dolls that are super happy, like painted on the side of them in little murals saying observation dome and snacks in the sky.
Yeah, there's actually a friendly salamander down that way. It doesn't give you like the highest point, but it's probably more friendly.
I vote snacks in the sky. That sounds great.
That's in the mansion.
Yeah, these are parts of the mansion. You'd have to go inside and go up the stairs.
That's
Unless you
throw
want
up
to
a
try
graphic
to
hook.
climb.
I was picturing like an external staircase.
It's like
leading
4
up
stories high for the record, so
You could probably do Dalu forming up there.
Yeah,
And
you
you can-
could have her.
And I would die.
No, you could have
Does that
her
fall?
like.
You can also do Fort Arcanum. You could do like anti-gravity stuff, right?
What? The anti-gravity stuff?
Yeah, you have forces 4.
wait,
I mean-
you would. Well, you could technically, but you in character would not.
Nah,
it's-
sure.
Can-
Okay.
Could you get up there? Or would you rather, like, if he climbed, you could grab onto like the scruff of his fur and hold on for dear life and hope you don't fall.
No, listen, I already asked it. No, I'm not going to ask that question again. You heard me ask
Yeah.
that question. It was extremely embarrassing. So no, that's not good. That's a non-starter at this
Okay.
point.
Can you
Um,
do you have a wand? I don't know how mages work, so I'm just asking.
What?
Some mages do have wands.
I was going to
for
say,
the record.
it wouldn't offend me if. Why would?
Because it's an assumption of a group of people, and I don't want to be that guy.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
I
Sure.
have known some mages with wands in the past, but not all of them.
Okay.
I've known some to play with decks of cards, or some civilized ones who use bones.
Okay. So, do you have a way? Could you climb, fly, float, teleport,
Teleport would
walk-
be really cool.
walking up the side of a building? I don't know.
I mean, I could just. Yeah. I mean, I could. I'm not gonna walk up the side of the building because that would be weird. But I could like chew up there. Yeah.
What?
It's no chew is
As in like fly? As in like pew or jump?
something like that. Oh yeah, it's gonna look like a power jump. I'm gonna look just like Mario. Like
Okay.
I guess we're going to have this tower then. I'll change into Dalu form so I have hands and.
oh,
I'm
catch,
just
to
gonna
climb
watch.
Catch me
I'm
if
gonna
I
stay
fall,
down here because I have to leave soon.
In about 2 hours.
Yep. Counting it down is just like, yep. Gonna have to.
Do not want to
It's
deal with this.
I mean, if you don't want to climb, I could probably just jump you up there too.
That'd be great. I don't love climbing if I don't have to.
Yeah,
Sure.
climbing's hard. You got to use those small claws, right? Isn't that how that works? I don't know how.
Nah,
work.
he can get big claws.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you should probably just both jump up.
Yeah,
I'll keep an eye out down here
I mean,
for anything weird.
well, for anything. Oh yeah, weird. There's nothing weird about it.
Do be careful when you're looking through there, all right?
Yeah, I figure I'm just gonna maybe. We'd have to go inside, don't we? Like actually in the tower to be able to be safe, because we can't just sit on the roof.
I'm going to level with you, Melody says. I don't think anywhere inside that structure or in the general area around it is safe.
Oh, then we're gonna draw real quick. In fact, I'm gonna give you a piece of paper. Rips it out of her journal, hands it to you.
What will
you
not
have no
connect?
freaking hands. Are you gonna
there
turn
is-
back?
You hand you just kind of
I
like
just put it on.
you just put it on top. Low key, you now have a piece of paper hanging between your pointed up ears, which I presume are lying back a little flatter as you engage
the
with this
paper
person.
for?
Yeah, I'll turn into Dalu form, I guess, and read the paper. What am I looking at here?
Oh no, it's not. It's not read the paper. It's I'm gonna need you to take notes or draw, whichever one you're good at.
I have. He
Melody
pulls
is
out his
just sort
very
of-
advanced, like magic phone. Is like, I can just take notes on this.
Just rubbing
What?
at her temples for a moment, going, that poor, poor telepath.
Oh, is that what was going on there? Ah, my.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for
All
her
right.
now.
Well,
It's
jump.
okay.
I was dissociated at the time. I'm right into it now.
Well, jump us up, and if there's any danger, I'll fend it off, and you can leave, and we'll just go back
okay.
to where we know is safe.
I'm gonna spend a willpower because I don't want to look like a fool when I do this or die. So
I'm not a noob. I'm spending willpower.
yeah, no one will know except me, right?
Okay, so you're casting a spell.
I am.
So this is forces.
It is forces.
Okay, your gnosis 3.
3.
This is forces. I'm just running through the details here.
Yep.
Your arcanum is 4.
Yes.
It is your highest arcanum.
It is.
And it is one of your ruling arcana.
Indeed.
You have no other active spells. And the spell requires, what are you using? Gravity control?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so that would be, require Forces Arcanum 2. I think that gravity control can lift you up.
Oh,
I'm
sure,
not
yeah.
100% certain. Actually, Mike, you might know better than I as to, because you've done Awakening.
4 can do anything except create and destroy, to my knowledge. So she could definitely alter gravity in the area.
Yeah.
Got it, because I know that 2 can... I know that gravity control is a rote that she actually has on her sheet.
Okay.
But I wasn't sure how powerful it was or whether she could affect herself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you
okay.
have it yourself, you can always affect yourself. You need life to affect another person,
Okay,
Which
makes sense.
conveniently you have. Yeah.
which conveniently you have life.
Oh yeah. Right. Okay. Sure.
So yes, so you know, and your duration. So is your primary factor going to be duration or potency? Do you want this to be more powerful, or do you want this to last longer?
Oh, probably last longer. Yeah.
Okay,
That's a good
duration.
point. Yeah.
And this is a rote if you're using that one.
Well, it looks like it's. I mean, I don't think that it's a rote because it's not under. I don't know where my rote.
That would be on the second page. There should be a list of
Oh, it is. It is rote. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was misunderstanding
yes,
what
and
the
it's
header was.
and
Okay.
the skill associated is science. What's your science skill?
My science skill is 4,
Dang.
and specialty Evrotes.
Nice.
Yes, so that's 4, and I'm going to add 1 for the skill specialty. I'm not certain if that's how it works, but let's go with that. Spell is not a praxis. You're not using any merits or artifacts. You're spending willpower on this, you said?
Well, how many dice would I have before the willpower? I guess would be the question. 'Cause it sounded like there were some other bonuses.
Well, I mean, it depends on a few things. You would have a dice pool of 4, and you would be doing...
I'd be
so,
spending
yes.
willpower though.
No, a dice pool of 4 for spellcasting isn't actually that bad at all, but
I don't want to die,
that's fair.
They want to look impressive.
and I want to look impressive.
The spell
That's
is not
fine.
resisted because it's just the local environment. So, going back here,
Yeah, you wouldn't even know if you're just
for
affecting gravity,
the
so.
duration, how long are you having this go? You can get 5 turns with no dice penalties.
Oh, there
I'll
you
just
go.
take the 5 then. That's plenty.
Okay, plenty.
I just need to get up there. I'll
Yeah,
have to
no,
send
it's-
different to get down, but that's easy because you're mostly just falling at that point.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm
so
very durable.
and are you
Stop it.
casting this ritual, or are you casting this instantly?
I'm gonna do it instantly because I'm trying to impress
Okay,
them.
got
right
it.
now.
So this is quick casting. Got
yeah,
it.
this is just something I do every day.
Yeah, I can do this all the time.
Yeah,
Everyone's Mario.
You're just doing potency 1,
Yeah,
okay.
that's fine.
so no
I
increasing.
mean, but I would assume that would get me up there. Is that potency?
yeah, you have some free reach. I might go to potency 2 just to be safe here. I'll
Let's
admit
do
I
it.
am barely understanding potency in this context, but sure, let's do 2 here just to be safe.
Okay, extra jump. We got extra jump on our
Scale. So you're trying
Game
to.
Genie cheat codes.
So the size of the largest subject would be 6 here. So that is another dice there. So, all right, so I'm checking through reach from spell effects. Are you using any special spell effects? Probably not.
I
So,
wouldn't think so.
okay, you actually have extra reach hanging around here. What yantras are you using? Are you using mnemonic gestures taught to you by the Free Council, which are probably something like "Rock on, man"? Or are you using speaking in high speech during this time? Are you using your dedicated tool?
Oh, sure. I'm using my dedicated tool because it'll just freak you out a little bit, right? Because
Okay, yes.
I'll flip the coin and then it'll come down either heads or tails or whatever. It's sometimes the third thing it comes up as, and then I'll just look at it myself without showing him, and I'll like, yep, everything's good. We're good. And I guess I'll grab you somehow so you can come with me.
Yep, you're just
That way you feel
affecting the
safe.
two
No, you
of
just
you.
affect the area, so you're just basically negating
Lifting
gravity.
Oh, that's
these
true.
two.
That's true. I just wanted to feel like
He's participating.
he's participating. Yeah.
All right, and are you going to spend any additional mana? You have a full 10 mana right now, which you can use to reduce your paradox, but you're currently just at a chance die for paradox.
The
So
chance
it wouldn't
die's
be a
fine.
problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
the chance die's totally fine. So
All right, any sleeper witnesses? No.
all the
Dedicated
scarecrows
magic
are
tool was
sleepers.
used, so that's minus two dice for paradox. Okay, do you want to go ahead and roll me a d10 and tell me if you get a 1?
Sure. Do I have to tell you though? I did get a 1. That's great.
A Clive Barker monster shows up, I guess.
That's fantastic.
So the rules for Paradox are complicated, but there is something specific that I can do, which is mess with for the sake of narrative, because you do in fact have a specific, what's it called? It's
Aspiration, obsession.
Resonance.
No, there's a section on your sheet that says, the second one where it says static cling under something. What does that say? I'm trying to remember the name.
Static cling. I guess I'm not remembering that one. I got a Thunderbolt thing, but I don't think that's what you mean. I don't see the thing. I'm sorry.
Attainments.
Can you pass
Maybe on
me?
first sheet?
Could you really quickly pass me that page? Just
Second page?
second page.
Here, I wanted to just pass you both, just in case.
Okay, just pass that
There
there.
you
Thank
go.
you.
Yes, now let's find out
Okay.
what terrible thing happens here.
Your Nimbus tilt.
My Nimbus. Oh, okay, sure.
Yes, so you're going to apply the Nimbus tilt towards you. And what is the rating of your fetish?
It is a 3 death fetish.
Okay, great. I'm going to double that to be the resistance rating, and we're going to roll against your three gnosis. This is just me making stuff up on the fly. Versus double the rating of your fetish. Okay, you do notice as she is pulling out a coin and flipping it in the air and looking down at the results, and you start to feel a tingle of static cling. Your clothes start to bunch up together, and you can't help but notice a spark fly right across your beautiful, lovely phone. But it's fine.
Okay.
Screen flickers for a moment, and your fetish is okay.
Yeah, I'd be very grumpy if that thing stopped working or like got cursed or something.
But yes, no, go ahead and roll your dice pool now that that's been resolved.
Okay, what is the dice pool ultimately?
It is 7 dice for
It
you.
is 7 dice. Okay. Hey, just so you know, that static thing that just happened, it's actually good because your phone is 100% charged right now, where it was getting a little low before. So I got 5 successes, right? I think makes
Very
it-
nice. That's
Yes, it's
incredible.
very good. You can increase the potency or, a bunch of other great stuff with that.
Well, we could increase the potency and fly way over to the tower on the other side.
Probably don't want
Probably
to do
don't
that,
want to
I'm
do that.
guessing. Okay,
Nah.
so I'm just going to say that this works as intended normally.
Okay.
Okay, so what does it look like? Describe for me how it looks like as you grab Loki's hand and float. As gravity ceases to work, your hair stands on end, and you float up there. Is there anything special you're doing?
Well, the ground shakes just a little bit as all the, everything loose comes up, like little rocks and things like that are coming up all around us, and it just looks like like a pillar of it looks kind of like wind from your perspective, because all the light around it is it's getting refracted a little bit as the massive force of the gravity changes. It's just a little fancy, not super fancy.
Okay.
Wasn't as impressive as maybe you
Lift
thought
up.
it would be.
Yes. Loki, you're floating.
Yeah,
This is new.
your hair is sticking up too. That is
Exciting.
bad because it's lighter than yours.
So you are going over, you see the lovely shingles and little gargoyles sitting on the top of the roof, and you look into the picture window of which tower are you going for? The observatory or the snacks in the sky?
I vote for Snacks in the Sky, personally.
They'll be stale though at this point. They'll be stale at this point. Like, you really want old stale snacks? I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in it with you. Let's do it.
I'm 19. Who cares?
Oh God.
I'm good with this. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go in the
There's a
snacks.
moment while you two are sitting down there watching this, there's a moment where Melody just whispers, "We shouldn't have let them go off together, should we?"
No, I think they're fine. One's responsible.
One time I watched him stuff extra soiled underpants behind the radiator, in order to avoid doing more laundry.
Well, this is kind of a life or death situation. And like, they know that if they mess up and end up falling through the window, that we probably won't be able to save them.
Speaking of which, there's no entrance. It's a window.
They'll
Like,
probably
it's a
be
big
fine.
picture window. You're looking in on what looks like a moderately well-preserved food court. Like, there's, you know, an old cotton candy machine with the big bowl and one of those big popcorn signs, and, you know, you see a bunch of, like, little Raggedy Ann dolls painted around there, just sort of, like, enjoying all sorts of things. And there's even a sign that says, "Authentic New York Italian pizza. Taste the exotic flavor."
But even wow, this sounds super gross. So
Could I argue for a larceny with strength to force this window open?
Strength larceny. I guess, yeah, that actually would fit here. Go ahead and roll me strength larceny. And you're in Dalu. You are floating outside the window.
We might get into a fight, so I'm going to use primal strength and killer instinct so that I will just be really good at killing things if it comes to that.
Okay, fair enough.
So that puts me
Just
at
as they watch and like
7,
seeing Loki go
8,
towards the
10
window.
dice.
Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. I guess I owe you $1.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Do not.
1, 2 successes.
Okay, 2 successes. Okay.
by the way, I'm so glad that you realized you need to grab something. Otherwise, you just would have kept floating up forever.
Yeah, no, that window crashes right open.
Nice.
It shatters,
And now
and
it's broken.
you have a nice big hole that you can slip into.
All right. Yeah.
But I do need you to hang on. There's one other thing. What's your defense?
Mystery looks to
3.
his mom. He does
Okay, and what's your defense?
Shoot, where is that?
You just broke a big glass thing.
4.
Okay. Okay, so against you, nothing, and you said 2 or 3?
3.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no. The glass flies away harmlessly from you, and you are not harmed. Cool.
Well, wouldn't it be floating into outer space now, though? Eventually, given time. I did probably.
I mean, the
It's-
problem is the glass would be traveling inwards at the moment, away from where your spell is being affected.
Fair
spell is
enough, fair
affecting
enough, fair
things.
enough, fair
Just
enough.
the look to Melody. He does know that it was to observe and not to go in, right? Only observe, don't enter, please.
Dear, maybe you should come down.
So I'll look out the window and be like, "So that was pretty impressive, right?" Because I didn't hear what you said. Actually.
Yeah.
I was,
You heard that. You're a werewolf.
Yeah, I'll shoot E, and I guess Melody attacks, being like, understood. We'll come back when there's contact. I'm
Okay,
just
so you are
starting-
in this room. It's clear that it hasn't been used. Like, there's a bunch of, you see, like, this would have been a really cool place to have lunch. Like, you know, one of those cool Space Needle style restaurants, but more retro, as you're looking out over a big bunch of towers, and you can see, like, faintly rides through fog in the distance and a bunch of interesting stuff. Like,
I love a 90s future. Yes.
yeah, no, it's one of those, well, this is the 1910s future, but
Okay.
it's very much like a, if this place wasn't haunted as hell, you could see this being fun. Unfortunately, it's very clearly unfinished. Like, there's a few ladders that have just been left here, and the biggest problem that you notice immediately is that the, like, you know, kitchen area over to the side leads towards a sort of back room that juts off. It's like the corner of a castle, wherein the battlement to the side, just recessed under that, is the kitchen where most of the food was prepared. And just you're sitting there, and you see a door to the kitchen, and you see a theoretical staircase down that is in fact just looks like just a big locked chain link door.
All right. Can you like? Oh no.
But you're here to help me.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, is this going to be a good place for you to get a lay of the land, or should we like?
Yeah, because you got a smartphone, right?
I do. Yes.
Take pictures out of every window. Try to get all the attractions and exactly where they lie, and then we'll translate that into.
Well, no, what I'm saying is with your wizard eyes, do you like need any help or like a better vantage point?
It's no, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
You can't actually help me with my wizard's eyes because they're my wizard's eyes. It'd be like if I had you. Can I help you with your wolf sight?
Sometimes there are rituals, and having more people participate can actually help.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I know I'm good. I'm good. We got things under control. And while you're taking the pictures, I do know how to make cotton candy. Actually, was that summer when I was like kind of like a carny? I guess that, I don't know if that's a mean term now, but anyway, but I could make it assuming that the house has power, and if the house has power, something is horribly wrong here. But like, can you take the pictures? That's the important thing.
Yeah, I can probably start the machine too.
As if on cue, the cotton candy machine fires up.
Oh, that's super creepy. Oh, we should get some up for everybody.
Cotton candy. You see cotton candy starting to form there.
Oh,
is there a spiritual entity that I can see with my two-world eyes?
Go ahead and roll me. With two-world eyes, you look in, and you can, in fact, see that there is a spirit there. Sitting there, though strangely, the spirit is not manning the cotton candy machine. It appears to be a small spirit of cotton candy that is inhabiting that body. You notice that as the cotton candy machine starts to run, it's growing slowly larger and larger. What are you going to do?
All right. Well, I think this is contact, so do you want to talk to the cotton candy spirit, or should we just leave?
Sure, I'll talk to the
I'm going to set a
spirit.
timer
I
here.
haven't ever done that, actually.
Here?
I said, the thing is I don't do spirit stuff. There's a lot of things I can do, but it's complicated. There's a difference between spirits and prime, two different types of magic. We're going to have to figure out, you got to get the pictures, but then we also have to figure out how to get some cotton candy to bring down. And
the
then,
cotton candy is starting to rise a little bit above the bowl.
Oh, I also, by the way, I might have a little bit of chaos magic, and I got to have that. I've got to have the cotton candy. So yeah, I'll start to look around and try to get,
Wait,
well,
no.
especially the machine.
I'm supposed to be your bodyguard.
You're not my bodyguard. I'm your bodyguard. Remember?
So, and just like,
God damn.
so
Alright,
she's sitting
well.
there going like,
Do you hear that?
I mean, you would actually start hearing the cotton candy machine. You probably couldn't make out what they're saying, but you would hear
it's
like a cotton candy machine starting to hum to life.
Yeah, I have.
And you can actually smell.
I have Impossible
caramelized
so I'm like
sugar.
Electricity has started in the house.
Is that
That
candy
is-
floss?
That is cotton candy. Yes. There's a.
The
motor on the cotton candy machine is intensifying.
So what are you guys doing?
Okay. If I have to choose between cotton candy and the pictures, the cotton candy is the more important part. It will make sense later. Trust me. But try to get some pictures anyway. I'll then use Prime on the machine just to see what I can.
I'm going to put my phone
Figure
away
out
so I can
about
punch something if I need to. But
Yeah, no, there's definitely that same death and life magic flowing through it. There's a little bit more life than death right now.
Oh,
As
perfect.
the, just very slightly balanced as you hear the noise rising up. It's overflowed the bowl now, and it's starting to take some sort of shape.
Yeah, this is getting weird. You probably should have grabbed it before it was alive. Have you never dealt with
It's getting a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger.
I'm very good at spirits. That's why I said we should leave before
Oh.
the situation is bad.
Okay, fine, whatever. Okay. Take one picture. Just it'll satisfy the chaos magic.
Oh my god.
Give me your phone. I'll take a picture.
Hi, friends, says the Raggedy Ann painting on the wall, moving in 2 dimensions, waving. Do you want something to eat?
All right.
Nachos. Has to be nachos.
pick up-
Cheese sauce.
Oh, our authentic Mexican cuisine from south of the border.
Yeah, this is gonna cause burn damage. I'm just letting you know. Take a picture. It'll
Please
satisfy the
enjoy
chaos
some
magic,
cotton
and then we'll get out
candy
of here.
first, though. It's
already have pictures.
complimentary for our
have
new
pictures?
customers, says the Raggedy Ann doll in 2 dimensions.
Okay. I would have liked the cotton candy too because it has more life energy than it does death energy. Anyway, okay, fine. We can leave. You're my bodyguard, I guess. So we'll do what you said.
I'm just going to throw her over my shoulder and jump out the window.
Okay, great.
I think that'll be the best way to get out of here, actually.
You're just throwing. Okay, you see.
Glider right over the shoulder.
You see a mass of vaguely reaching cotton candy reaching for you as you jump out the window.
I guess I'm going to sort of kick off the top of the window, but downward because
Okay,
gravity's
so,
right now. So
your gravity control was pushing you upwards before. I'm going to say that this has been a couple of turns since then,
Oh, I hope
because you
so.
took about
Yeah.
3.5 minutes to do that. If you'd stayed 5, it would have been bad. Anyway, so yes,
I mean, you're able to take this fall, right? Like, I don't need to do magic-y stuff. I can do magic-y stuff.
okay, so you're falling 4 stories.
We're gonna die.
Hang on.
Am I supposed to be doing a thing? Is this a werewolf thing? I'm named Glider. I'm not a glider.
oh, you see, that's deceptive. So you should have opened with that when we met, actually.
Hoisted by your own
That should
petard.
have been sentence 2.
It's just just seeing them leap, and it's not anti-gravity anymore.
Okay, anti-gravity. Anti-gravity.
Just and
I have 11 health boxes. I'll probably be fine.
Did you assume I was actually a glider?
So So I'd
I
say
thought
that
our
you're
spell's gonna be
about
going for a while.
every story is about 3 meters, and you take 1 bashing damage per every 3 meters fallen,
So
unless you land on something sharp. So
that's 40. That's 40 feet. So that's roughly 13 meters.
okay, so let's just round this up because we're dealing with damage here. So I'm going to say that you are. So
Can I make an athletics check to?
yes, go. Both of you roll Dex Athletics.
Can I try to catch Glider?
I'm going to let you roll Dex Athletics as well.
Okay.
And I'm going to say half of your successes will reduce the damage.
Okay. Half rounded up or down?
Leaping. What?
Half rounded up or down?
I'm going to say rounded up here.
2.
I got none.
I got 1 success.
Okay.
I get to reduce your damage.
So how
by
much
2.
damage is it?
So, okay. So I'm going to say that a story is going to be about 3 meters.
Yep.
And you were 4 stories up.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the big problem is that there's broken glass below you.
I thought we blew inside.
Oh, actually,
Yeah,
you're
blue
right.
inside. Yeah.
Actually, just because of the spell and the nature of the creature pushing out, call me Hilo.
Hi.
Good choice.
Yeah, no, there is no broken glass in the ground. You fall down, and so you got 0, and you did 2. Okay.
Well, I got 3, so it's 2.
Okay, so great. So you are falling down, and you smack into you. You take 2 bashing damage from grabbing
I will heal.
a falling glider.
I will
You
heal
take 2
super
bashing
fast.
damage, which you do not heal super fast.
Nope.
Oh, can I just
It's the.
And you take, you got how many successes?
1?
1. Oh, so yes, you take 3 bashing damage as you smack into the ground.
Can I try to have Glider land on top of me so she takes less and I take more?
Unfortunately,
was
that's
doing.
not quite how
Okay.
falling works in this context because your body is also fairly hard.
I mean,
You're
fair.
both solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so he catches you, but, like, his knees, like, hit the ground hard, but he still catches you from preventing the impact. It's like, ow, it's okay.
If you're still up, then
Sure.
she just kind of leans on you and says, "Thank you so much.
Do I have consent to carry you?
You should have asked when I was falling."
Let's be-
then he
let's
like
not be
starts
dramatic.
to drop you, but he's like,
Let's not be dramatic here, people. All right, easy.
We have
she
to go.
looks you. She looks you up and down, and quickly meets your eyes, and Melody growls deeply and sharply at you and says, "Your pain is mine." And suddenly you're healed.
Oh shit.
That's intense.
You notice she shudders slightly afterwards,
Yeah.
and then starts immediately shaking herself and coming back to it. I heal faster than she does. Let's go.
We both do, but yeah, I get it.
All of
Wow.
us do.
Yeah.
Wow, werewolves are amazing. Except,
Yeah, no, you're completely fine
You
now.
control gravity.
Yeah, and this guy controls
Although
nothing.
not
Also, what's
instantly,
Yeah, no.
with the cotton? As we like depart.
Yeah.
Also, what's with the cotton candy
A
and the
cotton candy
nachos?
A cotton candy machine started up and then turned into a monster that was filling up the entire room, so we left.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you do.
Really fast, too.
Yeah, it's bad.
And cotton candy is actually really good. I mean, it's not good for you, but it's kind of delicious.
Yeah,
I tried to
in-
bring some back for you.
In a nope. I appreciate the gesture, but I'm not going to take anything from this
Yeah,
mansion.
it's more alive than dead. Like,
So
That's not-
you are
Let's get feed to the
bolting
mice.
back to the door. You know, like from the open window at this point, you do see, in fact, that there is a sniper in the open window who is now looking over at you folks, going, "Is everything all right? Is something coming?"
Nope, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're not being.
Oh God.
Even if we were being pursued, I don't think a bullet would hurt it.
Oh no.
We need to get you some dragonfire rounds, just in case.
just like
We haven't tried burning.
Henry is genuinely shaking while
It's fine.
holding his gun.
It's fine. You can put it down. You're fine. We're fine. We're all
Okay,
fine.
yeah. So you guys are all coming.
Can you, to help with what stress you have, can you find out who Arnold Tanner is and where he is?
So I presume you're going inside and climbing
Yep.
upstairs and meeting him. Okay. Arnold Tanner.
Arnold Tanner is the current deed holder to these lands, and we need him to not be, and we need it to be us.
Quite.
Unless he's another werewolf, in which case we're fine.
I mean, okay, you know that he is another werewolf
Okay,
because he
he
was
is.
the pack master of
Okay.
Rachel's old pack.
Yeah. Is he alive? Well, one, is he alive? Two,
Claire's old pack, sorry.
we need him to transfer the deed over to us.
You don't know if he's alive.
That's why I'm saying, like, can you look into that and
I
find out if
can
he's alive?
look into that. Yes, he was actually a fellow member of the faculty. So, yes.
Great.
What? I'm sorry. What happened? Why did you need fire?
It was brought to our attention that we've never actually tried fire against the scarecrows, and that's actually a really good point, because...
We do know that ed points work, so maybe putting a eulogy into a hollow point and firing that might have more poetic significance. I don't know.
Maybe. But also, the other thing...
Yeah,
Yeah,
fire works
would
a
work
lot,
better,
yeah.
simple.
So, fire is... We should have readily available
Okay.
firearms of some sort. I will look into that after.
Yeah, that's kind of intense.
Can-
So, like a water spirit, or like what's going on there?
With what? Over there?
You said fire. That was High Key. Who's
Oh, no.
showing
We
up.
need fire to potentially fight things that might be vulnerable to fire. So we may have to light things on fire.
Okay. Yeah, that's doable, if dangerous. But
Yeah, so...
okay. So what did I miss here? There's some
The-
sort of
The house is still the evilest thing that we've seen, and it will apparently try to do whatever means it can to get people inside it
Oh,
and
yeah.
to keep them there.
Can I make an occult check on, what we saw in the footage I got? And
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Roll into cult.
Do you want to collaborate?
I would love to do same. Yes.
So yes, go ahead, and who's the primary actor here?
I can throw 9 dice at this check.
Oh, well then I'll be helping you then, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if creative tactician would work with Glider since she isn't officially
Can
part
I
of our
help
cast.
too?
No, she is not.
Can I help as well?
You just have to make me pretty
Yes, I'm going to
attached.
call this a teamwork thing since
That'd be
you're
great.
sitting down.
Since you just
Okay, so
met
I
me and
presume
all.
you're sitting down.
Reviewing the footage.
You're viewing the footage on Lauren's computer, actually, because it's the best screen you've got here. Yeah, you're in Lauren's room, by the way. It's a lot of case files and stuff.
Yep.
Ooh. Watches a lot of murder mystery, that sort of thing?
No, she was a detective. She was taken by the mansion.
I'm sorry.
2
Oh,
is what I'm adding to you.
Looks like I'm
Sick.
adding 2 to you also.
Did you get the 2 from Justinia? From Glider?
oh, do I get an equipment bonus for using my fetish, or
Do you get a what?
equipment bonus for using my fetish, or
I'm going to say not for this.
okay.
Because if
Didn't
you were
spend a willpower
looking
to
up
be
more
super-
mundane information that would be available on the internet, yes, this is more of you observing.
Didn't spend willpower to be super cool.
I didn't, but I did get 6 successes.
Nice.
All right. So, what you're seeing here isn't actually super surprising. Like, it probably wouldn't have filled the room completely. It probably would have turned into a large cotton candy spirit under the control of an idigum. You do know that idigum are capable of controlling and shaping other spirits to their needs. It's, from what you can understand of the Half-Death, the story of this is a place where we make cotton candy. And it's served, so the cotton candy should be here. And clearly the idigum was leaning more towards, the cotton candy is hot. You don't want to touch the cotton candy when it's cooking. So it probably would have burned you pretty severely with its attacks if it tried to attack you. But it was just a manifestation of the mansion. It's also pretty clear that it wasn't probably the most powerful thing that you've seen. If you had to guess its rank off the top of your head, maybe a rank 2 or 3 tops.
Okay, so I could take it.
So this was, you could have taken it, but you don't know how much worse other places in the mansion would be or what else would have come out from it. But it's clear that the mansion is trying to defend itself. It's also pretty clear that that wasn't a primary defender. It wasn't expecting you to go in through the window.
Ooh, that's true. We can outflank it now because you can get us into the top.
Maybe, but you're also dealing with an intelligent foe. So
So now it's going to be more watching.
maybe it'll watch that entrance more now. Hard to say.
Intelligent
I'll
in a
admit
non-human way.
I'll admit, even with 6 successes, like analyzing what you're dealing with, a spirit of cotton candy that has been twisted to be the hot and sort of semi-acidicness of cotton candy as it boils out and is molten sugar is something to think about. This was, honestly, this probably would have been a completely harmless spirit in most cases. Like, you get a cotton candy machine, fire that up, and make some cotton candy. Like, the worst thing it's going to do is give some people cavities as a spirit. Like, that would be the worst influence it has, but, like, no, that thing was wrong, like most of the other spirits you've seen.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Ken just generated rank 2 spirit out of anything it finds. So good to know when we do our
Yeah, no,
further
it's...
forays.
So it's smart, which is one thing, and it might be more aware of stuff. But that also means that it hasn't ever been really assailed. Which gives us an advantage if we go through multiple entrances, it won't know which group is the bigger threat.
Yeah, when we pull off this thing where 5 packs attack at once,
Yeah.
it will probably get
We can do
pulled in too many
multiple
directions.
points, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it won't know especially if it doesn't know which group is going where.
Mhm.
So that's at least an advantage we have, is that it hasn't had enough assaults on it to really anticipate anything. So that's good. Probably, hopefully. 1 hour.
1 hour? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
no. 1 hour before you go to the meeting. Yeah, no. By the way, what is your plan? So what do you guys want to do?
Oh,
You
I
are
have-
now outside. Jeeves is, dusting off your shirt as you enter from the mildew that has landed on you inevitably from going in that place.
Oh, sure.
Yes, by the way, yeah, no, Loki looks a little bit cleaner now. Also, there's a mysterious cup of tea that is exactly your favorite kind of tea sitting on the table in front of you.
Oh.
You saw no one brew it.
Oh, look, someone has brought me mysterious tea. It happens to be my favorite type of tea, which I know because I'm using my mate senses on it. I didn't need help that time either.
You do see faint senses. If you flick on your Prime site, you will see, faint senses of spirit magic on the tea.
Okay, so, I often drink teas that people randomly put in front of me that happen to be my favorite teas as a trust exercise, and I drink it.
It's delicious.
Oh, okay. You guys aren't trying to kill me. Hey, I actually have some information to add to the findings because I know Con Candy Spirit. We know a little bit more about the death thing, yada yada yada. But also shapes and layouts are a really big deal, and you might not. Well, you got the footage, yeah. And we've got you have some shots of the outside with all the layout and all the different attraction. Did you get that far?
Yeah, he's gonna pull out his phone and pull up the video, and the UI is custom, and it's a language that you can't speak. But he's like, yeah, see, it's all right here. You can scrub through, and this is when it almost burned you. And
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
that's
some
fantastic. Yeah. Well, basically, I think you guys will understand this. Do you know the word hermetic?
Yes.
yeah, like alchemy, right?
Not even close. But it's more like runes and symbols and that sort of thing. Circles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I think is you've got the footage, and we can use that to kind of make an approximate layout of how all the grounds are set up, right? And maybe
Like it was set up with an intention to be able to cast a spell.
yeah, was it originally intended to be
Go
a
ahead
haunted
and roll
theme
me
park?
into cult at a -4.
I will assist.
I will
I'm
assist
afraid
as well.
you cannot assist with this one because this is a mage
It's not
thing.
me.
Oh. Well,
So when you say -4, you mean -4 dice?
Yes.
yeah. Spend a willpower. Be
I'm
cool.
gonna spend willpower.
Be cool. Spend willpower.
I'm just gonna go back to Denver after this anyway, guys. Okay, let's see what happens. I do spend the willpower, and I got
Ooh, that's a 10.
an exploder. It's just one explode,
Okay. Just one success?
just a mere one.
Okay.
It's still 6.
So you do see some evidence of sacred geometry looking at the way the house is, but it looks like that wasn't built in intentionally at the start. You notice that some of the newer structures in the house look like they were built with intent of sacred geometry. Well, newer relatively. It looks like something else was built over certain areas to improve the flow of magical energy through the place, but it's also it's like seeing the edge of a circuit board. You know that it's supposed to do something, but it's like, oh hey, there's a resistor. You know nothing else about what's here.
Yeah.
You think that you'd have to get probably deeper inside to see what is actually being cast here.
Yeah. So, so maybe I think my theory about the theme park being constructed with a long-term objective in mind probably isn't actually accurate now that I'm looking at the footage a little closer. But the house does appear to perhaps be sacred geometry, which is a fancy way of saying that someone turned it into a gigantic ritual spell thing that is in permanent effect.
Yep, they it was set up to restore two things that were lost to someone's wife, and an
auspice.
I know, but I'm
Oh.
trying to explain it to a mate, and like some, as if a part of someone's magic was taken away.
Mhm.
It would be to restore someone's full potential as who they were meant to be, and someone's wife. Like
Okay.
if your magic was,
So-
if part of your magic was taken away, and you tried to get that part that was locked from you back,
Mhm.
and someone's wife.
Okay. So there's kind of a couple different ways that, and someone's wife.
Yep.
Okay.
So something dead that was once living back, and something that was more spiritual in nature given back.
Okay. So there are kind of two ways that you can deal with situations like this. And really there's only one. One of them is to basically take the shapes that are observable from the outside, try to expand upon them to change the center, but it's really extremely hard to pull that off because you don't really know what the center surface is. It's like if you had an Oreo and you didn't know, you only saw it from up above, so you had no idea it had that nice creamy center to it.
Right.
It's like that. Like that's all we can see right now is just this one Oreo chocolate piece, and it's like, who wants to see that? I mean, they're really dry. Do you find those dry? Maybe my mouth is just dry, but anyway, don't eat Oreos is the moral of the story. No, that was not the moral of the story. If we'd have to go inside that house,
Yeah.
probably to
Get
Melody
more.
the
is staring
center-
at this, by the way, trying to like piece it together in her head, and
Are you having trouble following?
I'm going to be honest, yes. But
So
I'm starting to get a
so
picture. You're saying that we're seeing only the surface
Correct.
image of what's going on here and not the deeper meaning.
Correct. It's like
I've
when-
just never
it's
heard
like
it compared to cookies. I
from
apologize.
From what she's saying, it's like you know that there's something magic there, but you can't
Ike
see
just
what it
looks
is.
hungry,
you need
by
to
the
go
way.
and explore the different parts of it to see how all those inner workings work. Kinda.
But yeah,
Like, you know
but
it's-
potentially that's one way.
Like,
you
you're-
need the view from the center as you have
Yeah.
observed all the
So
parts.
yeah, looking at it, it's a magical cookie, but you don't know what magic is there. You need to essentially go inside the cookie and
It's like a
find its
Bismarck,
Yeah,
he says.
You need to
You
find
don't
its
know what kind of
ingredients.
filling's inside.
Yeah, but
It might be jelly, or it might be Bavarian cream, or it might be like, that really crappy stuff that they do in grocery stores sometimes that's just more gross frosting.
Yeah, but I think this is one of those like rainbow twist kind of a things where it's more than one thing inside it that's doing the stuff.
Do like a rainbow twist. Sorry, anyway,
yeah.
sorry, just happens. Look, sometimes just stupid shit just comes out of my mouth. Moving on,
Bismarck. Okay. Is this still a thing?
what? No, I was trying to follow your thing. You were talking
okay, then
about
I'll-
confections.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll go. No.
They were talking about cookies.
They were an analogy, or
Oh.
an analogy,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
I really think that this is a bit more like a baklava.
No,
says,
no,
Says
no.
Melody.
No, here's the reason I explained it that way, because I could have explained it like the ocean, but there are few people that have fear of what lies beneath. Okay, and I didn't want to trigger anybody, so I just brought up Oreos. I've never ever seen someone triggered by Oreos. Do any of you have fears of what lies below the surface?
No.
Perfect.
No.
Yes, says Melody.
How can...
I've lived long enough, yes.
And then we're not going to talk about that either. But what we can talk about is the fact that without knowing what's in the center, you cannot really, you can only guess at what would go to the outside, and it can work, but it might totally backfire. It may make the situation worse. And in this case, we absolutely cannot do that. And why is because there is a type of energy in there that, frankly, I've never seen or even heard of. The binding of life and death together, most likely with a prime component causing the two to somehow coexist.
Yeah, but we knew that before.
Yeah, but
She's never seen it like
Yeah, no, you've
To this
never
extent
encountered
before.
quite so, like,
contradictory to nature of a concept.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm trying to get at is just that
This
I
thing
know
this thing is trying to essentially, I wouldn't say create a stasis because that's too nice. Yeah, it'd be like having.
It's the embodiment of a concept that doesn't exist in our time and creation. It's
Yeah, it'd be
something
like-
from before that.
Oh, it'd be like a puppeteer with dolls, except the dolls were once living.
sure.
So it's
yeah.
like you're manipulating half-dead people.
Yeah, well, there's also an energy of entropy, but that part is the part that is. It's like they're trying to almost take.
This is very esoteric. I will say that
It
it is
is.
possible for the dead. The dead can move. There are things that are dead that can. There are things in the underworld and the spaces between that are reflections of death. But I do not get the impression, says Melody, that is exactly what we are dealing with here. Certainly, those are related to what we are dealing with, but these do not seem to be simple zombies and ghosts.
No, these would be things near that space that would be like neither living nor dead. Like the example of the coma patient.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's like the embodiment of what a coma is. And you wouldn't know what a coma is unless you've been in one. Presuming you have consciousness to know what it feels like.
Fundamentally, idigums are designed as concept, were locked away because they were spirits of concepts that do not exist or cannot exist in our reality. It's unsurprising that the abilities that they are using are inherently contradictory. I take it's not awakened magic that you're seeing. It's definitely not, for the record.
I mean, as far in as we could see, no.
All right, so it is still spiritual in nature.
Yeah, I didn't see anything that would have indicated otherwise.
One of the things, I don't know what your insight would be, but one of the banes that it has, things that would arguably be the worst thing for it, is either the birth of like something coming to life, or something actually dying within its area could be a thing that is really bad for it.
That's
Oh man, wait, what about that cool Frankenstein dude? Dear, you can't bring him up all the time, all right? We chased him off. He was very bad for the place. Yeah,
No,
no,
it'd
but he
be
was
like-
trying to become a thing. What if you became a thing? I don't think it's the same.
No, it would be
Melody
like
is- Melody
creation
is
of.
arguing back
It'd be
and forth
creation of new
with
life.
Heike.
It'd be creation of new life, or the destruction of something that had significant importance that it would no longer be. Those would be the things that would.
But probably
harm it.
nothing. Probably nothing dead and remembered, or something on the edge of
It would also
ending.
have to be probably something esoteric.
Maybe.
Maybe. I hope it's something esoteric. I would hate it.
I'd have to spend some time in the Hisil looking at shadows to see what might be here. I'm afraid this is a little bit out of my area of experience.
No worries. Well,
I mean, I'm here for a few days, assuming that you guys aren't going to try to die. I mean,
Well, I'm
somebody
not
may
going
to
to
kill
try
us.
to.
Just saying, some people
I have
do.
no goals that involve
E,
dying.
do you want us to come with you to your cryptid meeting, or are you trying to do some more delicate spycraft that you wouldn't want us along for?
I think it might be more delicate spycraft.
Okay. Well,
But I will text you. Actually, I can leave my... Yeah, I can text you, as it's going on, if it's not my turn to speak, and let you know what's going on.
yeah. And if you need us to crash the place, just let me know. And
Yeah,
We'll
because
do
I
it.
think... I think they want... I've interacted with most of the people that I suspect will be at the meeting, which would be 2 people from the Historical Society, as there have been possible events there. The police chief and those of the Cozy Nook, so it seems like a more neighborhood watch kind of a situation.
okay.
So if you wanted to come, you can.
Well,
But
we have another thing we're pulling off, which is going to the Town Vixen and talking to the local umpire. So I think
yeah,
that's...
the umpire would not be my. You deal with the supernatural umpire, and I'll deal with the more mundane.
All right. Hey, Glider, do you want a drink?
The drink?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what do you got? I just drank tea.
We're going to a bar. So I was going to buy you a drink.
With
Oh.
a bunch of sports enthusiasts.
I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
All right, well...
Is Gertrude going to be there?
No.
No, her man's going to be there.
Oh, her man?
Yeah, like
Like her man.
no, like 5 layers down her organization.
Oh.
Like one of her people.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still hoping there's a romantic connection there.
Well, vampires, you never know, but...
Sure, why not? Sounds like it'll be fun, right? Right, it will be fun.
Yeah.
In this case,
I'm going to have
he'll
fun.
be your bodyguard this time,
Yeah, that checks out. I'm good with this.
as it is not pertaining to the mansion. Yeah.
Okay, well, I can do things other than just the mansion, just so you
Yeah.
know. In fact, I want to, before I leave, assuming everybody's still alive and I paid the debt, is I want to provide you a journal, actually, with a whole bunch of information, because like I get visions in my head, sort of, is what I would call them. It's more like, well, it's like we were talking the I forgot the word,
Idigum?
right? Idigums, yeah, Idigums. Like I can visualize them different ways, and like that information may somehow be useful to you guys later. So I want to write some of that down, so that way, in case it does come up and you are thinking about that, I don't know
Yeah,
if you guys
I
think about
collect
shapes
stuff like
and
that.
symbols.
That'd be interesting to me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Then
let's do it.
we'll do that. But
So, going out drinking with our mom, says Heike. It's like, not normally my scene. Is that what the kids are saying these days?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, the scene
you
kids
got
are
it
saying
won.
that.
Good
Or
job,
yeah.
Mom.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's my
scene.
jam that's kind of phasing out. It's
Right, okay. Right, so anyway, not usually my scene, but I guess. Is this fancy? Do we have to wear, like, fancy clothes?
It's a bar full of umpires.
I mean, I'm still covered in mildew, and this is what I'm planning on going in. I've got to change of clothes, but I don't know if it's worth it.
I think it's sort of like a goth punk type vibe, is what I...
Heike,
Oh,
what are you
okay.
going to be doing?
Shit, what did I pack? He's, like, going through, like, goes to the back of their car that they arrived in and, like, leafs through a suitcase and is like, okay,
How much money do you have?
Are we talking shopping trip?
Well, I might send him on a shopping trip.
not
I might go.
like a craze, not an enormous amount.
I need a number.
Do you just
like,
you want some clothes? I can.
No,
we can-
I'm asking him because I want him
Oh.
to go shopping for stuff, but I need to know how much money you have because I don't.
Precisely.
just sort of. Also, you have $500 just sitting in cash in your hand, remember?
And I also have $2,000.
So- sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to use my own money. That's like literally all of my money.
Oh dear.
You want to use the money of the
Also-
hot young thing that's a crush on you?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Not great, man.
Oh dear. He's like, I guess
It's
I
just
brought...
to get some walkie-talkies,
oh.
potentially
Oh.
setting up like a like. What we
I
were
guess I
talking
got
about
like
with,
I guess I've got like $50 in cash, if that's what you're looking for. Like, you know, I got a job back home, like, you know, part-time, obviously, because who the
Yeah.
hell can hold down a long term.
Okay, then you're fine.
Doing it, you know, spending some time body shop stuff. Not, you know, like workout body shop, but cars body, obviously. I'm gonna stop.
Then stay here and just work on her car to make sure it's okay.
Low key loves this. By the way.
Just make sure her car is okay, and we'll be back.
Okay, cool. Sure. Take care.
Yep.
So,
You know, now that the car's half fixed, it just suddenly occurs to me that actually that's the problem of the rental company. Like, we don't have to be fixing this.
We're just being nice.
You're just being nice to
Yeah.
the rental company or
Yeah.
to me?
Both.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I accept the help then.
okay, so just
Again,
clarify.
didn't ask for
So,
consent. Sorry.
It's fine.
Glider
I'm so used
and
to you guys not giving me consent.
Loki.
rather-
Loki
And
are
I
going.
guess Melody wants
and
to
I guess
one too.
Melody and
I figured
Heike.
with falling, consent was
Unless
implied
you're,
for
are
help.
you dragging Heike
Yes.
along with
No.
you? Okay, so I guess
The less new faces that they see, the better.
right. Melody and Loki are,
We're going to the town Vixen to follow up that lead we got
yeah,
like a long time ago in Denver.
a long time ago.
But this is like a vampire club, though? I mean, umpire club, though? And people wear all black and white? Because that's what umpires wear? So super gothic. I'm going to change clothes. That's all. I'm just going to change clothes.
Be
got
true to yourself is what I say.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got black lipstick, too, if you want me to take care of you.
I wouldn't hate it. I'm being honest.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll be right back.
In my experience, there is no level of style that would make the vampires happy. Melody notes.
I mean, they're almost professionally unhappy. That's sort of their deal.
Honestly, you're not wrong. All right.
Now, the
Fair
black-
enough.
The black lipstick is for you. It's
She
not
does
for
just
them.
sort of fluff her
Just like
hair
you
a
said,
little
be true to
bit.
yourself, right? Black lipstick.
Heike puts on a cleaner shirt. It's like a little bit. He's like,
Are you going out?
well, I was going with them to. Unless you want me to. What's going
I
on?
said stay here and please fix the rest of the car.
Oh.
We need at least someone
That's fair.
that's like, in case Danny and them show back up, in case something happens, I would like one of us to stay here.
Oh yeah, Dan's going to be zooted when she gets back.
Yeah, so we need you to stay here in
That's
case Danny
fair.
gets out of
No,
control.
no, that tracks. Okay, I'll stick around.
All right. Thanks,
Okay.
Ty.
Keep the bed warm. Hey,
Just,
That's-
he
that's
sort of
my one.
blinks for a moment.
that's my one, and I'm gone.
This is one.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, because I have to walk back to town because they took my Kia.
Oh, well, can you take the RV? It's hard to find parking a bit.
Weird taking the
There's a
RV.
text message that appears on your phone. Bro, I would super owe you if you would grab me some condoms while you're out.
Frowny face, thumbs down emoji.
Just now.
Okay, anyway. Gonna keep flirting at him. Anyway, moving along. Wasn't gonna ask his mom. Anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, you guys are heading to the Todd and Vixen.
Sounds good, I guess.
So
I think, does Claire,
what are you guys
Claire
going to
doesn't
do?
have a car, does she? Yeah.
Claire does not have a car now.
I guess
No,
we're
we
taking
had the
the
van that got wrecked twice.
Are we
Well, the van's repaired now.
Yeah, the RV is fixed.
Yeah, you should.
The RV is fixed.
Well, your car is fixed.
Yeah.
Our
So
car
you've
is
got
total.
an
and we had-
RV and a Kia that are both in solid working condition.
Yep, but the Kia's gone.
Right. Wait, but where's the
The Kia was taken by Danny and Sophia.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah,
because
they
they're
took it. So they're going to drive to the Todd and Vixen. I'm going to go jogging to get to the meeting because I have no car.
You can turn into a wolf though.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
yeah.
not actually super far, but as a wolf moving through the forest, you can reach there with no
Oh, yeah.
major issues. Okay, so I guess we'll start at the Todd and Vixen. So you drive to the downtown of Good Springs, Colorado, which for us Wisconsin folks, if you've been to the Dells downtown, you can kind of get a picture there of what sort of level of kitsch attempting to be class but still very fun place you're looking at. There's no way to make this place cool, but you can definitely make it fun, and it is very fun. So, going up to the Todd and Vixen, you clearly see, like, the closest thing to a classy building is sort of like a faintly, like, off black painted exterior with, a martini glass in neon sitting above it with, in flowing script written in neon on the side, Todd and Vixen. You see
man standing outside, you know, it's just starting to be opening hours for a nightclub. So you see just, you know, a bouncer sitting there next to not quite a velvet rope, but a little bit of a line that's forming outside, like maybe 4 or 5 people. It's the off season. So just, you know, people just hanging out. He's checking IDs as you move forward. Go ahead and give me wits composure. For you folks, you can add wolf senses. You very quickly go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to say with. No, it's not the right thing. Go ahead and give me wits composure.
Sure.
That's
I'm
gonna be
going to say -2 for you.
Oh, I got a reroll.
I got 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what's up. I might know what's up. I got 1 at least. I got 2.
You do, okay, as you walk up, you see a, you know, well-muscled in the universal black shirt of, you know, bouncers trying to look professional, but also shows some muscle. You see a larger, you know, dark-skinned man with, you know, sunglasses on, even though it's pretty late at the evening. Who's, you know, just slowly taking late in the day and just almost evening. Just taking people's cards and checking as you come up. Looks you up and down for a moment. Like, looks at you two. And you immediately smell the tiniest, not a vampire, but you get the tiniest whiff of death in the air. It's faintly coming from his mouth. Just a little hint of Gertrude's blood.
Makes sense.
And, you know, he is sitting there, looks you up and down, and says, he looks at his clipboard. You're on the list to you two, but looks at you.
I'm not there.
Oh, right. You're on the, oh, sorry. He looks at you, says, you're on the list. He looks at Melody and Glider and says,
They're with me.
he nods delicately and you know, pulls out a little walkie-talkie of his own, says, Sandy, can you cover the front for a minute? Taking 5. And, you know, he gently gestures for you to follow and walks inside. The interior of the Todd and Vixen is, you know, clearly pretty low-key for what it's capable of, is the best way to describe it. There's a stage, but no one performing, just, you know, some lighter music playing. It's honestly faintly some jazz going on in the background at the moment, because clearly this is not a party people dance night, of which this club is very obviously capable if you look at the floors and the, you know, bars and the booths off on the side and just, you know, the general atmosphere. But, like, it's also pretty... It's a little bit depressing, but not in the way of... It's kind of like, oh, hey, the ice cream shop's closed because it's winter.
Oh, okay.
In the sort of sense of, oh, this place is great once the tourist season happens and it's, you know, coming towards fall and Halloween right now. So, you know, not the summer months or the deep winter months where, you know, maybe a Christmas party style thing would be happening here, or any number of events. Like, there's a convention that, you know, is coming in town. Like, this town is apparently known for its furry conventions for some reason.
Well, there you go.
It's what you know about it.
Yeah, well, there's that, and then ska bands. I hear.
There's
Yeah, total
there's
ska
tons
bands
of stuff going on, but basically,
I just
you know,
think
this is clearly a place that would be a lot more intense and a lot more fun if, you know, it was packed with people and throngs of bodies and life. But, you know, right now it's mostly just it's sort of been half-heartedly converted into a low-key bar for the locals in the off time, as it were.
Okay. No.
So yeah, no, you see, but Mr. Tibbs just, you know, quietly nods to a couple of bartenders, a man and a woman just, you know, sitting behind talking to what appear to be some regulars, as he leads you towards the back room, which is much more utilitarian. Largely concrete walls, just standard structure, and he pulls out a key and turns it by an elevator door set. You hear a whirring as it rises up, it opens, and you see a moderately appointed elevator just sitting there, opening in this back hallway. Well lit, but simple and effective. The large man gestures after you.
Okay, Loki's going to smirk a little bit because even if this elevator is booby-trapped or something, I ways around that. So I will saunter in.
Okay, yeah, no, he presses down a certain number of times. There are no numbered buttons here. But he presses down, and you enter what looks like a old but well-kept place. You see a large freezer against one wall, several crates, and, I shit you not, a coffin sitting in one corner.
A little on the nose, but okay. Is this where
we have some clients who request care.
Did this used to be?
You happen to notice padlocks on the side of the coffin. Some people have to travel through here. Welcome to Elysium is not the correct term for what this place is. I am Mr. Tibbs, as you well know. What can I help you with today?
Gertrude sent us and said you'd be our contact if we wanted to collaborate.
Indeed. Primarily our business here involves the movement of merchandise. If you are interested in certain equipment or items, those could be arranged.
Ooh, I love equipment and items. What can you show me?
I'm told that you aren't usually the type to be interested in standard equipment, but it might be worth giving you a lowdown of the sort of thing we do here. She gestures for you to follow. Reaches over to a wall and picks up a crowbar and just hoists open a nailed down crate. Inside, you see a pile of what looks like very fancy whiskey. He then, with shocking strength, even for a man of his stature, lifts up an entire case of whiskey, puts it to the side, and shows you a very fancy-looking assault rifle sitting below. Several of them in a nice, neat stack. Miss Van Buren is known for her connections in the arms industry.
Interesting. Yeah, you got me right. I'm not really a guns guy. I'm more of a pugilist, but I know people that like guns.
He nods. There are certain things that cannot be accomplished with standard pugilism. There is a lovely item
we recently acquired. He walks you towards a longer case, opens it up. It looks like it has some fancy dresses on top of it, and pulls it back and reveals a rocket-propelled grenade launcher hidden under layers of muslin fabric.
Ooh, yeah, don't want local police seeing you with that. Okay.
We rely on discretion. Certainly buying fabric is not an unreasonable thing. This area is zoned as a warehouse below the entertainment district. Certain contributions have managed this. He smiles. We deal in a number of things, but I do wish to note, he says, sitting back against, yet another crate. The more that you request of Miss Gertrude, the more will be requested of you.
I wouldn't expect it any other way.
Indeed.
So what is your opening request?
Obviously, the primary goal here is the recovery of Mr. Nicholas. But we certainly do not object to being able to continue to move merchandise through your territory. With access provided to you, of course.
That is reasonable to me. I think. Actually,
He nods.
Can I make a persuasion check to see what I can get for letting them continue to move merchandise?
Okay, so you're doing a persuasion check.
It's fair.
Who is Nicholas?
Melted Nick, he was the Nosferatu bootlegger who Gertrude's friends with.
Oh, I never met him.
Yeah, he was back in the 30s, obviously.
Okay. Well, no, like, characters never met Nicholas.
We saw his portrait in the Historical Society.
Oh.
He was the guy that Loki was like, that guy's a Dick Tracy villain.
Let's see. I think I met
Well, that's going to be no successes from me.
For the record, Melody is sitting very quietly and can't help but look a little bit disapproving as she watches you work.
We assume that he's in.
Glider, what are you doing while you're down here?
We assume he's in
Do I have
the
the cell
Or is he
connection?
alive?
No. Down
Is he
here,
alive,
definitely
or-
not.
I'm thinking about the Yelp
do we think he's in
review
the
I'm about to give them.
He's
Miss-
alive, but he can't.
Miss
like, move
Glider,
and
I
stuff.
believe.
He's,
He says, by the
puppeting.
way, as
What?
you're looking
Sorry,
around
pause
at some of the various things. You okay with looking at stuff for a moment while he addresses the elephant in the room?
Sure.
Miss Glider,
Oh, hi.
I do not believe that we
Yes.
have a formal business arrangement with your associates at this time.
No, that's entirely accurate. I was promised booze, and I didn't get my triple espresso earlier today. So you don't look like a bartender though. So I don't. I was gonna get Red Bull and something.
I'm a man of many talents. Certainly something like that can be arranged. We are nothing if not hospitable.
Oh goodness, you seem like you are. It seems like that would be beneath you. But if it's not, then I will gladly take a Red Bull and whatever you mix into Red Bull.
Of course.
How old does Glider look, by the way? We never really set that up.
I mean, she could be under 21.
He
It's
actually
unclear.
wanders. He
Okay.
actually wanders off for a moment and comes back. Just comes back, holding a small flask out to you. Please enjoy with compliments.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Tibbs.
Hey, does that smell like blood? Out of
Yes,
curiosity?
yes, it does. It smells like a Red Bull and blood.
I
So,
think
yeah,
Loki is going to put his hand over that and say, you might want to check it for death magic before you pop the top.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll check it to see if it has any magic type stuff going
So
on.
you don't have any dots of death arcana,
Yeah,
do you?
I don't, but it smells not like Red Bull, and
Oh, you can
It
sense
doesn't-
life. Is it human blood?
Oh,
That's true. Life would
Yeah, no.
determine its blood.
Life? Yeah, no, this is just ordinary human blood.
oh.
It's clearly a very tiny bit of vampiric hazing going on here.
Let's see what my stamina looks like. Oh yeah, I'm chugging it.
Okay, go
Just
ahead
to
and
impress Mr. Tibbs.
go ahead and roll me stamina.
Do you want to roll that willpower? Spend that willpower
Yeah,
to be
just-
impressive.
What was it?
started
Did I
it.
do that with every roll?
You've started it.
I did do
You
that.
started the. I'm going to be
Just-
impressive.
Sure, why not? So it'd
Gotta
be
lean into your
stamina
vice.
and
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
else? Just pure stamina?
and the 3 dots.
I'm gonna say stamina, and do you have any sort of? I don't think you have any sort of merit associated with an iron stomach or anything like that.
No, not even a little bit. But this,
So this would just. You are drinking Red Bull and human blood.
yeah,
This is not exactly something that is super palatable to normal people.
if you drink anything fast enough, is in my experience, it will be just fine.
So roll me straight stamina.
just straight stamina. No willpower. I can't use willpower.
You can, use
You
willpower.
can spend
Yeah.
willpower on this if you want.
Look, this is the third time I've tried to impress somebody tonight. So we're doing this.
You need to stop running into people that you want to impress.
Got
Maybe
every-
it's just a,
I've
like
got
a,
everything to prove to this
Just a
entire
character
city.
flaw. When I first meet someone, I automatically have to impress them.
That's two.
two.
Not bad.
It's like being
Okay.
a prisoner. You gotta
So
walk and
this
punch
is
the guy.
disgusting.
Oh yeah,
This is very bad.
I'm looking Mr. Tibbs in the eye the whole time I'm doing it.
Power move.
And he actually, you drink it all down. You are now caffeinated and nauseous, but you do not throw up.
Okay, and the glass
And-
is it in a glass.
It was in a little flask. A
Yeah.
hip flask, and he says,
Oh, why can't I turn it upside down?
But you can keep the flask.
Keep the.
He smirks quietly. Well, you know how to party. I appreciate that.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, maybe we should party sometime or something.
He just
As
leans
part of-
leans over you, tall, and looks down at you and smiles softly. I'd like that.
I just mean as part of a business arrangement. I mean, I'm sure you're nice and all, but this is a business deal. We're not suddenly turning it into a personal thing. Are we?
Of course.
Are we?
He holds up a hand. Of course. My apologies.
You don't need to do labels within the first 20 seconds of meeting somebody.
think he was
You can just see what happens organically. Get a shoot a look at
Mr.
Tibbs.
Tibbs just honestly looks incredibly amused at this entire situation.
This is all I was going for.
All right.
Oh,
I
is there a
must say,
bathroom
I'm
here,
very
by the-
glad to see. I must say that I'm. Oh, there it.
Because you have organics here, right? Like people that need pee.
We do.
Cool.
He gestures to a point. I must say that I am glad that Mr. Blaine is interested in more formal relations with us. Do you speak for him?
I mean, I'm an employee of them, but I do not speak with the authority of them. So
I see.
I guess this was a personal thing.
Understandable.
Tibbs. Assault rifles and grenade launchers are honestly not. They're useful on occasions, but they aren't something that we need a steady supply of necessarily. But information would be very interesting to us. If you
Something we deal in, though less so here than in other places. However, I do have contacts.
yeah, if you get me a line
What is it
with,
you'd like to know?
If you get me a line with Damien, that would be very interesting to me.
Remembering Damien is the Nosferatu, correct?
Yeah, he was the
Oh, yes.
Nosferatu hacker who Loki sort of hit it off with back in Denver.
He nods. Mr. Damien is an effective employee of this organization. He obviously cannot enter this area, but what is it you would require of him? at this time. I certainly cannot speak for him, but messages can be relayed.
Ooh, what information do I want from the information network of the vampire prince of the area? That's interesting. Now I'm trying to think of every dark secret that could be like unraveled with Gertrude's hand. There are a few, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no.
I guess I really have it out for the Ivory Claws, and I know that she can hurt them because she offered the blood of one of them when we met. And we know that Uller Smoke, I guess he wants to know about the pier in the area and have like advanced knowledge of their movements and be able to sort of like pick apart their politics a little better. I think that'd be the most interesting thing right now.
Such information may take some time to acquire. A day or two. But it can be found.
Ah, well, I'm glad to hear that. I think this will be a very good partnership for both of us. It'll give him a firm Predator handshake.
Indeed. He shakes back, also quite strongly. He says, "Tell me, are you familiar with the concept of a boon?"
Are you talking about changeling magic? Or
No.
just sort of a
Simply
quid pro
an
quo?
informal quid pro quo. There are major boons and minor boons. I would say a minor boon in exchange for this information would be reasonable.
All right, I'm listening.
A favor to be redeemed at a later time. Nothing immense. Assistance with a small project. Nothing life-threatening.
All right, but this one is going to be from me personally. I can't speak for E or Claire if they're not present. That's not really the way we're doing things right now.
That seems entirely reasonable.
All right.
Thank you very much. One boon in exchange for information on the pure. A minor boon. Thank you.
All right. Let's get
We will be
you
in touch.
a chaser.
That would be great. That would be great. I mean,
You've earned something reasonable. Please tell them to put your next drink on my tab.
that's great. Thank you so much, Mr. Tips.
Of course.
Hopefully we'll meet again.
Indeed. I understand that Joseph is opening a new club soon.
That
Perhaps a mutual business enterprise might be arranged. I'm told that the third and main location is competitive real estate, and they are entertaining multiple bids.
Interesting. Well, question though regarding the whole bid thing. How many subfloors do you really need? Because just out of curiosity, like
He's-
basement levels, for like clientele.
He smiles. As many as we can manage.
That's a good non-committal answer. I like it. Okay, maybe I'll talk to Joseph, okay, and see
Thank you.
how things
I
work out.
appreciate things being a bit more cordial.
Yeah, amicables. Yeah, cordial. That's
Have
a
a
better word for
lovely
the same
day.
thing. Thank you.
Excellent. He leads you back up the stairs and goes back to his post, swapping with Sandy. So are you guys going to hang out at the bar? What are you doing?
I'm going to touch Glenn and be like, so has Jacob really touched the face of Carcosa, or is that just a rumor?
Wait, what? Am I supposed to tell you that?
By the way, in
tell
the
me
meantime, we're going to cut from this. And
Yes.
we're going to go to
The most boring political meeting ever.
Well, we'll see.
Yep.
Maybe or maybe not. So, here's what's going on.
Please just be.
Just sitting there
my most
alone.
boring hope is that it's just a town watch that wants to be set up.
Town
Sitting
watch.
there alone
Nothing
in
weird.
I believe it's
the
in
cozy nook. Yes,
Yep.
in the cozy nook, you see a little sign
God.
on the cafe. The lights are on, the blinds are drawn, and it says "closed for private event."
Oh no, this already sounds super bad. Oh
So what are you gonna do?
And it's in a locus. Oh god. We didn't know it was. Yeah, we didn't know it was. Yeah, the realization hits Mr. E of going, oh yeah, it's at the cozy nook. Oh no, it's at the cozy nook. It's a locus, son of a bitch. Okay.
Loki offered twice.
Yep. Things have happened to Mr. E that have
Sure.
been like, oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah, he'll knock on the door.
Yeah, no. So you knock on the door, and Bina opens it. You know,
Hi.
she says, "Hi, come on in."
Thank you.
You know, you see, you walk in to see, like, you know, there's a couple of tables pushed together. You see a man who you only recognize from the crowd that you sort of threw together in response to the recent Tesla explosion.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Who is holding an unloaded and apparently recently unloaded harpoon gun. Old man, scruffy beard.
Okay.
Bina has arrayed a small pile of hot water and herbal teas down on the table in front of them.
Okay.
You see old Mrs. Demings,
Yep.
just, you know, quietly knitting, looking nervous while
And for
she
her.
sits down there, and
Dave.
you see Dave sitting there.
Jameson unknown.
Okay, I think this is everyone we invited. To my knowledge, dear, I
So
admit I've been very concerned about what's been going on recently, Mrs. Demings says, sort of knitting away.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh yeah, thank you for inviting
I know this is awkward given how you're close to Danny.
Yeah.
So, let's go over the facts. Well, there have been several occurrences, Miss Deming says, knitting nervously.
Mm-hmm.
The theft of my car, for one. Though I suppose that's the least mysterious thing I've seen in a while.
Who stole her car?
I have no idea. I have no earthly idea,
No,
dear.
Don is asking. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
I was like, we didn't steal it, did we? Okay.
Not to your knowledge.
Okay. Okay. That was
Claire was like, I'm going to show him. I'm going to show him I can steal
I'm gonna
a car.
show him. I'm gonna
Yeah.
steal Mrs. Deming's car. Yes.
No,
Okay, car stolen. Got it.
indeed.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was going out to try and get an early present for my granddaughter's birthday, I noticed that someone had robbed the toy store.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on in this town? It was truly strange. They didn't even take any money.
That is strange.
And there's, of course, like, none of that's really the big deal. Like, okay. So, the furry. We're all in agreement that it's real. Like, Bina looks pale but nods. The man with the harpoon nods grimly. Mrs. Demings is wincing a little, saying, "Dear, I'm not sure if I would go that far. I don't know what you saw there, but..."
I only heard secondhand information from what people witnessed.
"It was there, damn it," Dave says, sitting down.
Okay.
"Look, the thefts, the disappearances... That?
The disappearances?
Yeah, man. You recall that there were a couple of tourists who have gone missing recently."
Nope. I know. One of them is. Oh, I have the name of a person.
the disappearances, something weird is going on in this town. It feels wrong. And when I looked at that thing, it's like Dave genuinely looks not happy at all. I can remember it, but I can't. It's like it slides off my head. What is happening?
Piece of paper on your head. I have the name. God damn it.
I certainly don't understand. It was different, I think, than the last time I saw it. I don't know why, but it seemed different. Why can't I remember? That's what bothers me the most about this. It's off. Dear, it's okay.
It's okay.
all
That's
right.
what happens when like you experience something that sometimes with trauma you'll see or experience things that just you can't remember properly.
I know, but
So
it was there. I just he shows a blurry picture on his phone. It was there. It was there.
Okay. What can we do? What can we do to help assuage the thefts and the missing people? I believe.
I think it's some sort of monster. Says, the man with the harpoon gun. Probably taking stuff. Doing something unnatural.
We haven't had the pleasure of meeting. I'm Jeffrey Maine.
Bobby Kittery. He shakes his hand.
I'll shake his hand.
Yeah.
Bobby Kittery.
Local man at one with nature. And I'm telling you, what we're looking at ain't natural.
What?
This is... Okay, people, there must be a logical explanation for all of this, says Bina.
There has to
Then
be.
why the hell has... Then why the hell is just... It's too convenient. All of these things happening at once, Dave says. And Danny... It keeps being Danny who reports on these things. And it keeps being just all of these unconnected things, but they are all happening at the same time? It can't be that much coincidence. I mean, I don't know what I saw, Bina says.
Well, I think the best thing is that we should probably set up like kind of a watch. So if we ever notice these things, that can't wait for the police to be notified. We can at least notify each other and possibly respond in a faster fashion. I know I'm new to this town that's welcoming me, and
I get it. You've shot straight with me though, like I mean, if you were a police plant, I don't think you'd be talking to us.
no, most certainly not.
By the way, go ahead and roll me wits composure.
Yep.
Do add wolf senses.
It's a gift that's always active.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. So it's automatically exceptional.
Fair enough.
This is such a great gift.
Okay. Yeah, no.
I can check that off on my list.
Something's moving outside. So what are we planning to do here? Like, that thing blew something up, down.
Yeah, Tesla, I think. And I'm gonna get up and kind of like
I
push
mean,
one of the
aren't
blinds down to
Demings,
kind of.
Demings looks... I really feel as though we're being a little too premature here. I mean, aren't those things famous for blowing up?
That's also what I hear. So I'm gonna like
Look out the window.
look out the window and kind of like look where the Tesla was and just kind of like make that half comment and being like, "Yep, you can still see the scorch marks." As I look for.
Yeah, no, roll me wits composure again.
Yep. Two. I think. Yeah, 2.
You see something darting in the shadow. It looks
vaguely canine in form, but not specifically. You can't get a good look at it that's fantastic, but you know it's there.
Like, is it stalking? Is it moving throughout the city, or is it kind of like around here?
It looks like it's stalking around here. I recommend we go down hunting that damn thing.
That
You
seems
can't solve everything by just crazed violence. We've talked about this.
I don't, not to interrupt, but I think I have to clear my head for a minute. Does anyone have a smoke? I know I'm trying to quit, and it's super bad for you, but does anyone have a cigarette?
Bobby holds one out.
Thank you.
You let?
Yes, please.
He lights your cigarette.
Not inside the establishment.
Thank you.
So can I have the lighter?
Yeah, you go ahead and gives him the lighter.
I will then go outside, and then I'll like step away a little bit, to not let smoke in. Better come out if you're out here. Absolutely, like, not really smoking.
So, go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Oh, balls. Oh, no. That's a D10, right?
Oh man, too bad your Rahu isn't with you.
Yep. Oh, boy. That's not bad. Oh, boy. I have a 12.
Okay. All right. So, you go first. A gnarled, twisted human form on all fours with sharp fangs coming out of it. Clearly not a werewolf, with a distended stomach and a vaguely humanoid look, appears from the shadows and starts charging towards you. But you have the first move. What do you do?
Let me see how Eviscerate works.
Oh boy.
I think I need to drop on a target first before I can use it, which would suck.
Turn into living smoke or something.
Yes, let it crash through a place and no. Let it kill a bunch of people. Shows them. Unaware, surprised opponent. They are neither of these things. Nope, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Cool. I love all my gifts that I can't do anything with. But I can shift as a reflexive action.
Yep, with the spending of a point.
My harmony is a 5, so I can do it without essence.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, that's why I will shift to Daru and just kind of running charge it back into is there like
in
bushes? Dalu, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is there like bushes or some cover that I can tackle it and then hopefully pin it down?
Okay. Go ahead and... So, first of all, call me high-low for the bushes, because you're on a street, kinda.
I've been around this area, though.
No, you have. You could maybe find something. Call me high-low.
Hi.
Okay, yes, there are some bushes nearby.
Okay.
Here's the real trick. How are you going to make this quiet?
I have no gifts that can silence a person right now.
Make a louder noise is innocuous. Explode another car.
Is there another Tesla?
Yeah.
Call me!
No, because then they're going to run outside and some crazy lunatic with a harpoon gun is going to try to shoot me.
Throw it into a Tesla and be like, the furry's here. We can wrap this entire thing up, guys.
I can't talk to a spirit beyond through the hissle, can I?
You can talk to any spirit will understand first tongue.
on either side of the Hissel?
Oh yeah, totally.
I'll, as I attempt this, I will spend an essence for this to hopefully work. Warm flow, I need some cover. I will spend an essence and then just run and, like, tackle him. So I don't know what he may try to do, but there's people that he's protecting, so...
Okay, here is the real trick. The problem is, how are you going to talk to Wormflow? Because you'd have to shout. That's the problem, because it's the nature of the beast here.
Actually, before I shift, are there cameras on the outside of this building?
No, because the primary recording stuff was
Cell phone.
cell phones before.
There's going to have to be sound.
Fair enough. All right. So you're just going to try and tackle this thing?
Tackle this thing into the shadows.
All right. Go ahead and roll me Strength Brawl.
Yay! I have a higher strength now.
Defense of this creature is 7.
Gross. Cool. It's 7.
Yes.
I get a chance die.
Go ahead and roll me a chance die.
I will spend a willpower.
Go ahead and spend will.
Uh-huh. Because I don't want just a chance die.
1. I will have 1 success against this defense.
Okay, you march forward and, throw a huge punch into this thing.
No, it's essentially like trying to pick it up, tackle it, and
Okay,
pin
you're
it.
so you're trying to grapple it. You go over and try to tackle this thing. You manage to get a hold of it. You've got your hands on it, your claws digging just in. Its skin is tough. It's looking up at you, and you can't help but see the faint image of the faint similarity to a certain missing person.
Not Lauren? I hope
Not
it's
Lauren.
Oh, thank
No.
Is it James Franklin?
That would be the man.
Fuck! The person I didn't want to name.
Yep.
Yeah, we did do a lot of other stuff besides saving his life, but
Yeah.
No, wait, not James. Wait, James Franklin
Is the possibly missing tourist.
Yeah, the 50-year-old guy. Yep,
Yeah.
that's him.
yeah,
Oh,
just
fuck.
came by the river,
Fuck
and we were
me.
like,
Fuck
there are
me.
cameras in our house. We have to do this one first.
Yeah.
Yep. You guys have been busy, and in fairness, absolutely overwhelmed.
Did you at least punch some of the essence out of him?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you've got a hold of him, but now it's his turn.
Yep.
Yeah, no, he's gonna just straight up bite you.
My defense is going to be 6.
All right.
Yeah. Everybody else is so dodgy besides me in the party.
Oh, wait, it's Dex Athletics? It's 5.
Never mind. It's fine. I need to up my athletics.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't be clear with a defense of 8. Or some nuts number.
Okay, so this
It's
is...
super easy to hit.
I apologize, I didn't expect you to split the party. Anyway.
It's okay.
Okay, so... Wait, what did you say your defense was?
5.
5. Oh, sorry, never mind. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I was going to say, that didn't sound like you took away any dice.
No, you've got a point. That was me messing things up.
That's not great.
I don't like being hit.
Yeah, no, you get a big, sharp pain digs into you as your shoulder is yanked.
Okay.
Oh, wait, actually, no. Okay, so I'm trying to remember. Yeah, no, this is how this works. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Shoulder is yanked, but you manage to dodge away from most of it. Just pull its jaw, its snapping humanoid jaws away from your face as it snarls and saliva drips onto you. You only take 1 point of lethal damage.
Okay, cool. Does this entity creature feel as though it would I don't know if it exudes the kind of lunacy that would affect mortals. I don't
Spirits
know.
generally don't. You
Okay.
do.
It's not. It's a spirit. This thing.
So are
I'm
you
asking,
familiar
like-
with the term claimed?
No, I don't know the term claim.
Oh, so
Is that a spirit's taken over a body?
yes, a spirit has eaten your soul and now it owns the body.
Ah, it's a host.
No, actually,
Oh.
host is a specific type
Okay.
of claimed, which is a fragment of a larger dark entity. But any spirit can just eat someone's soul and say, "I make this do what I want now."
Yeah, they may or may not be full of spiders afterwards, depending
Oh,
on
good.
which one.
Great, I love that.
But of course, you know what kind of spirit moves the dead around here.
Yeah.
So,
This has so many decisions I have to make,
yup.
but I think I know what I'm gonna do, and it's a gamble.
There's one more turn though that's very important here.
If I hear the door open, I immediately shift to human.
So fun fact, you do hear the door open.
Yeah, I immediately shift down.
Gonna spend a point of essence to reflect.
Don't need
right.
to.
Harmony.
It's just like ding. Nope.
Fair enough.
And I'll be like,
I will
help,
allow
help!
you
It's the
that.
furry.
I will allow you that. Yeah, no, you see as an old man with a harpoon gun opens the door, an unloaded harpoon gun, unfortunately.
I know. He's been unloading and reloading it.
Yep.
Bobby,
And
you need your help.
You see an enormous number of. You see the entire room full of people staring out in disbelief. Yeah, no, as you're
Trying to like fight it off and be like, oh no.
Yeah, no, as
Yeah, my decision was made for
Seeing
me. It was
something-
like, do I bring these people in as a pack? Yup. Sounds like it. Oh
Oh
no.
God, we're gonna have to have
Yeah, I know.
Bobby. All right, well,
you know what?
the die's
Yeah.
cast, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this went different than I thought it would.
Uh-huh.
Anyway,
I'm not the fighty guy.
The fighty guy was like, "Hey,
Are you sure?
are you sure?"
I wasn't expecting this.
okay, yeah, no, you've got that problem going on.
Yep, and it's now
and-
help.
yeah, no, okay, so, going to go ahead and roll an initiative for Bobby.
The furry. It has family.
Okay, and he will join initiative next round.
Great. Yep.
So, yeah, it's your move. What are you gonna do? You are currently in Hishu, wrestling a host,
Yep.
wrestling acclaimed, that is trying to bite you.
Mm-hmm. That is successfully biting me.
Yes, that is successfully biting you.
I'm
And
gonna attempt to hit it. I'll just be like,
just gonna physically punch it.
yep.
All right, go for it. Woo! Strength brawl.
I will. No. I got a 6.
Unfortunately, right at this moment, you don't have access to anywhere near your full firepower.
Oh,
you
I certainly don't.
You punch
just
at it,
trying-
and it's like punching iron. Mm-hmm. You imagine this is what like a mortal fighting
Yep.
a host is.
Yep. And I can't. Is it only him?
But
Is it
you
only
do
Bobby?
still have. Bobby is in there. Everyone else is looking outside. None of them are armed.
Yep.
And you're looking at an artist, a proprietor of a tea shop,
Uh-huh.
and an old lady.
Yep.
So just to clarify who's there.
I would love a knitting needle right as a weapon. Is it made of tungsten?
We know from Halloween that it works. It'll
Oh dear.
defeat them for a round. You could just give them all lunacy and be like, "Oh, it was weird."
That was so weird. Yeah, I know. I know what I could do, but
But anyway, the hound's gonna. But first, the hound's gonna attack you
yep.
again.
It's at -5.
Yes, it is.
I'm making decisions, and I don't know if they're good or bad.
Okay. Yeah. No. the creature with the middle-aged tourist's face
Yep.
digs, like, slashes out with, some ugly, folded over, almost dead man's fingernails as they retract and dry, and scratches at you. Take another point of lethal.
Yep. What's Bobby doing?
Bobby is going to spend the turn loading his spear gun.
Okay. Just need to hold it off for one more round.
Yep, it's your move. Like, you hear everyone going, oh shit, like, immediately. By the way, it's about this moment, one other thing happens.
Sure.
Like, you do hear the other people behind, like, pulling out phones. Clearly, someone's gonna try and call the cops.
Yep.
But you do hear something else. You get a notification on your phone. And by the way, following time, you get a notification on your phone.
Okay.
It's from High-Key. It says, SOS, under attack.
Damn. All right. I guess we have to interrupt our after meeting chaser and run back to the house now.
You just immediately bolt from the place. What are you doing? You're gonna try to look. What's your play here?
Drive home.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have a non-werewolf with us, so we have to take a car instead of just running a straight line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're currently a little occupied.
Oh yeah, I'm not checking my phone.
I'm going to not ask Glider because that'd take forever, but pick her up and be like, no time to explain, we have to leave now, and just throw you into the car and we're driving.
Woof. And just, immediately rushing out, Mr. Tibbs raises an eyebrow as you leave.
What about my free drink?
And okay, so now
we're
we're going
coming back
to
after this.
But it is your move. What you gonna do?
Gonna
We
try
were
to.
having the drink. We were halfway through it, and then this happened.
What is nearby? Is there a rock, or is there
I think
Actually,
just,
I
throw
will
drink on the ground.
look to Bobby and just, if he can stop and just be like, toss me the harpoon, and be like, harpoon. As
Okay,
opposed to
roll me.
reloading.
I'm gonna say roll me presence expression. Because this is like a quick barked order,
Sure.
sort of like.
Oop, that's a 10. That's another 10. Uh-oh. It's happening again. 2.
Okay, Bobby will toss you the spear on his turn. Damn it. Sorry, that's
Then
just
I'm
how
gonna
initiative works.
Then I'm gonna attempt to punch it again.
Okay, go. Go for it.
One success.
All right. Unfortunately, you are currently not in that thing. You punch it.
Does it
And-
deal 1 point of damage?
1 point of bashing damage.
I hate to say this, but it doesn't actually appear to do anything.
Okay.
So there's this dread power called natural armor.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Yep. It's if the attack deals damage. Yep.
Yup.
That's fine. Great.
Yup.
The son of a bitch. No, Bobby.
Sorry, okay, but the hound's gonna attack again first.
Yep. Sure thing.
It's still snarling, ripping at you as you are rolling on the asphalt,
Yep.
scraping from road rash. But fortunately, it's having trouble getting purchase. You're ducking and moving around.
Stay down.
Around. Your blood is pumping. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Everything is bad. Everything is bad. Everything is bad. Everything is bad.
So
Bobby
yeah,
tosses me the thing.
yeah. Bobby takes his turn and tosses you the spear.
Okay.
You now have a weapon.
Great.
How's your weaponry score? I actually don't know what it. Oh fuck.
Good.
I'm spending that willpower to get some dice.
Well, I mean, it is actually your turn now.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
because
spending
Bobby,
the
instead
willpower.
of loading his thing, tossed you the spear.
Yep. Things I have to invest in. I will have enough successes to hit.
One success.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna say that this is a weapon rating 2 because it's a little bit close here as. Okay,
I'm
so
hoping that if it gets
you get to
wounded-
add 2 additional dice to that. I'm going to say
Okay.
I
To the attack.
to the attack from the
Oh.
weapon. That's how I'm doing
Okay.
weapons for this moment, I think.
And then I will have 3 to hit.
Okay, excellent. You do. You stab into it.
I just hope that if it gets stabbed, it's going to retreat and run away. That's my hope.
Fair.
well. You can always retreat and run away too.
There are lots of things I can do, but
Yeah, no. You stab at it, and you actually find purchase. It rips in, and it cries out.
and I'm going to see if it if the intention after it's been stabbed is to flee, because it's a feral creature. So if it gets stabbed, it should run, or want to try to scoot away and run, and that's what I'm trying to gauge if it's going to do, if it's going to keep engaging and fighting.
Before we do that, I do need to roll something here.
Oh no! Please don't call the police. Yep, looks like the XP I have saved in that goes into weaponry or brawl.
Okay.
Tell Luthor you need to be better at fighting.
Okay. Yeah. It's going to. It's almost as though a switch was flipped on it. Not out of fear, but just as though something was pulling its strings. It turns and runs.
Yeah, I'm gonna let it run. But I can.
Bobby comes over.
But I know I can track it.
Bobby
so-
comes over there and hands you a hand up.
Yeah, I take the hand.
Stay behind me, son. He grabs the spear and pulls it into the thing. I've called the police. They should be coming here soon,
It's
Bina
gone.
says.
It's gone. It's gone. I managed to scare it away.
What are we supposed to tell people? Bina is very confused. Still think there's nothing weird going on in this town? Dave says, turning to...
I've seen that man. I've seen that man before. Because I don't think they got a good enough look at it to know how horrendously mangled it was. Hope.
Yeah.
No, I recognize
This is-
that man. He's gone feral. It was I recognize him from one of the missing people.
People
appears
just
he's
don't
gone
go
feral.
feral. What the hell is going on?
People have gone feral, left enough time in the woods or horrible things happen, they just disassociate entirely. I think it was James.
I don't... Maybe he was on PCP or something, says
Or Angel dust.
Any of the new drugs I don't understand.
Just everyone's like that's just what you know, a very shocked looking Mrs. Demings is saying, like holding needles very tightly and looking,
Let's get back inside in case it decides to come back. In case he decides to come back.
Okay, yeah, right. Well, the police will be here soon. It'll be fine.
And then as I kind of like, because I'd have to spend essence to heal lethal wounds. I've
Yeah,
never been
you
more
do
thankful
have
to
to
not
spend-
fast heal lethal wounds in my life. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have lethal wounds. They're
It'll
not
take
going
you
to
about
heal.
15 minutes to heal.
Fuck. Do you mind if I get some stuff from the first aid kit I assume you have?
Hang on a second. She goes over and it's like, here, I'll dress it for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
hide the Okay.
wound so it doesn't show that it's healing.
She very quickly starts tying up your wounds. Oh
And
dear. They should have like first aid people to come in and check
Thank you.
this better. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at.
I'm gonna look
God,
at my.
what is happening?
I'm gonna look at my phone, notice the message, and just send a message to you. You got this. Just you got the SOS.
Oh, Loki's driving right now, but I guess his phone is like smart enough to like talk to him. Yeah.
By the way, you actually get a phone call, both of you at this point.
Okay.
Boop. Do you pick it up, or what do you do?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Loki is going to, say whatever voice command. Call on.
Answer.
Answer.
Yeah, answer.
You know,
That's the one.
it opens up,
That's what a
and
human would say.
you hear,
Phone. Respond to answer affirmative.
and you hear Froster's voice coming through. Okay, I think we chased it off. Them off. I think there were two. Something attacked the place, and then they just ran.
Is everyone okay?
I think so, yes. High Key took a chunk out of one of them. It went down. I think that Henry actually helped considerably. Put a bullet in it.
Nice. All right.
The territory is defended, I suppose. Just, what the hell was that?
We'll be back in a couple minutes. Just hang tight until then we can figure it out.
Okay.
I will text you holding down fort at the cozy nook. I'll explain later.
All right. Lol, hope your town hall meeting is going okay.
Lol. Yes. It was
Yeah.
tons of lol fun.
Hope you didn't eat too many cucumber breads or whatever.
So, yeah, no, they're... What are we going to tell the cops? The truth! There's some crazy guy on drugs out there! That's what's going...
Like, Mystery just thinks to himself, best thing in this case is the truth. No one's going to believe him, so...
You do, like, see eventually
It's just
a
like, it's okay.
cop car pulls up.
It's very fortunate that, like, I went out to when I did. Otherwise, that thing could have broken in. It would have been worse.
Maybe. Quite the hero, man. No, seriously.
I haven't been called that. Thanks.
But you do see a car pull up, and you see an officer you don't know, and
Good.
Sheriff Loggins stepping out.
God damn it!
Someone I don't know, and it's like, and Sheriff Loggins.
Son of a bitch!
They're going out, immediately, weapons drawn, pulling in, going, and immediately, it's like, secure the area, deputy! The one officer goes out and looks outside, and Loggins comes in, puts his gun back in the holster very quickly comes in and says, "Oh shit, you're hurt.
I'll be fine.
What happened here? I heard there was an attack?"
Yeah, it appears it appears that James has gone feral.
James?
One of the missing tourists.
He looks through.
I'm not going to dress down a police sheriff right now. Be like, do you not know who goes missing in your town? What? Who are you?
No, it's not usually like. This is more on the order of.
Normal, like.
No. This is different actually, because it's like. Wait a minute. You're just some rando civilian. Why are you following a missing person's case like that?
Yep.
Also, the cases are all connected. It is about real estate.
Yeah, ghosts are just made up, usually as a result of a property dispute. Anyway.
Well, when you're right, you're right.
Yeah, no. Anyway, he's just sitting there and going, okay, yeah, no, there's a look on his, can you roll me a, how do you know about, you know what, it's not important right now. We're gonna get you, I'm gonna call an ambulance.
So I know what you were going to ask. The reason on how I know is we were here having a discussion about some activities that have been going on in the town that we have concerned citizens about.
Dave is like genuinely worried, giving you a look of like,
Because, like, remember, they called you here as opposed to talking to the cops because they thought the cops were in on something.
So I'm gonna give him a look and be like, look, we were just talking in general, and we heard, like, some people have said, like, you know, people go missing all the time. So I went and looked it up, and it looks like this James guy.
There is an APB for him. Oh, Jesus.
He went
All
that
right,
way.
look, more important than anything right now is we get you. Hang on, I'm gonna radio this in. Hello? And he just starts talking into his radio and, you know, is asking for an ambulance for you.
I'm just gonna be like, look, I'm gonna be fine. They're just some scratches of a crazed man. It's okay. I don't need an ambulance. I'm just gonna call one of my.
You should get that checked out. Like, Bina's just saying that because under almost every other circumstances, she would be correct.
It's a step infection.
I'm just
for
going to
sure.
look at the sheriff and be like, you have our statements. You should go and track down this guy. We're going to be fine. I'm going to stay here for a while.
You should stay here.
I'm going to stay here. It's going to be fine. I'm just going to make sure I'm going to be fine to go home. But I'm going to look to the cop. Yeah, I think you have more important and pressing things to deal with.
Protecting the public is my most important job.
Yeah, and a crazed lunatic is outside. I can tell you, like, he went that way in the dark. Like,
roll me. This is going to be manipulation subterfuge.
oh yeah. Will misdirecting.
And I'm going to call this at a -1 because this is a hell of an ask to say, yes, police, abandon the victims.
Yeah. Does misdirection? No, misdirection wouldn't count because I'm telling him exactly where he went.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No, it would not.
2.
Yeah, no. So, 2 successes. You very, okay, let's see here. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll Loggins's.
No. 23 successes. He knows you're a werewolf.
Damn it. His eyes narrow. Do you know something about what's going on here?
Yeah, I know that there's a missing person. And they're crazed.
Okay. Look, I'm going to stay here and we're going to get you. He just sort of shakes his head. Okay, look, I'm not going to abandon you. I've already called for backup to track the man down, okay? We'll find him. But right now, my first priority is to make sure all of you get home safe. We just live above here. This is our home. Got that. All right. I'm gonna call for another officer to be stationed here as protection for right now. Obviously, you were likely the most likely targets given that it's your location. You're still living up with Lauren, right?
She's also gone missing. I thought you would know.
He blinks. Important note. I'm going to give you the option to roll that back because you told Danny previously to say that she just skipped town. Sorry. So you're just saying you're just telling him that she's gone missing instead? Because previously you had said.
So what I'm going to say is she's actually one of the people that's gone missing. We just didn't think that the department would investigate someone who is not one of their own. I'm going to try to work this into an intimidation to leave me the fuck alone and get the fuck out of here and should be doing your job investigating kind of a thing. This is like a much harsher push of get the fuck out and do your jobs.
Okay, but this is kind of like. Okay, so just to clarify this for you, what you're trying to say is you're trying to tell the local sheriff that you lied to.
That Danny lied.
That Danny lied, claiming that the consulting detective that they've been working extensively with.
So what I am saying is that we informed Danny to say that it was a missing person. Well, that she left when actually she's missing. We just didn't trust the department to look into someone who wasn't one of their own.
Okay, but you're
kind of I'm trying to assuage everyone here because they don't trust the
right,
cops.
right. But I want you to think about it from their perspective for a minute here, because I just want to explain what's going on. So the person who they've worked with extensively, even though she wasn't a formal member of the police force, and who was considered a friend at the police station, and whom Danny considered a friend, and Danny, being a required reporter, would be in extreme trouble if she lied to her superior about a missing persons case involving someone who was an active employee of...
So, okay, what I will say instead is Lauren did leave, but we have tried to reach out to her, and now she is missing.
You haven't heard back from her?
No. I can only assume, like, she might have made it out, she might have fallen this thing, whatever it might be that's, like, going on. So I think there's a bigger issue that you all need to deal with. And minor cuts and bruises, I'm going to be okay. I think you need to be out there now so that this does not happen to anyone else here.
Okay,
and I'm going to try a nicer way to be like, you really need to go.
So roll me manipulation, persuasion.
Okay.
If you have any gifts that would help or want to spend willpower.
I will spend a willpower, yes. Two again. Rolled tons of tens.
Good Spring's finest, everybody. Holy shit. He's like,
please. For a friend of the Force. I'm pulling all the heartstrings to get them to fucking leave. It's what she would want.
God.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm so horrible. God.
It's like burn like 4 willpower for that, please.
Just be out of willpower.
You're done.
stand here for a minute. Just sit down, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he's just, waits.
I will sit down.
Okay. Eventually, another car comes, and, he comes over and says, here, you can ride in the sidecar. I'm driving you home, and we're going to talk about this.
Okay.
All right, great. So, in the meantime, as you're being driven home by a very suspicious sheriff...
Mm-hmm. Now I go into Urshel and kill him.
Remember decisions,
Just
mate.
triple down. Okay.
Well, we got one missing person. What's a missing sheriff?
So anyway, with all of that going on, in the meantime, you show back up at the place. Heike with a torn shirt and, yet more damage to the windows of the place that you just repaired.
Ah, God damn it. All right, well.
Yeah, no.
So
You
we'll have
see
to go to Home Depot again.
a bunch of people who look shaken, but you see the very, very faint scar of a quickly healing, werewolf wounds. Like, bro, you live in one dangerous fucking place. Here, he pulls out what looks like a creature that is a collection of doll limbs merged into a melted plasticky mass with 1,000 little eyes on it and just torn to shreds by apparent claws and throws it on the ground.
Holy fuck. Haven't seen that one before. Well, good job.
Very
Oz.
much not. There was something else that came too. It ran off. Just hit in just ran off. It just hopped up the stairs and jumped out the window, points to the turret tower.
Huh.
I don't know what the hell's going on here. Sure as hell weren't pressing the attack like what we saw in that video.
I think it is
Also-
scaring us.
Also, points to the professor dude. Knows how to shoot. You see Henry holding a gun, and you see a smoking hole in the dolls. As he's just sort of shaking. I've fired more shots in this house than I did in my entire time in the armed forces. At enemies. I fired on shooting ranges, of course. Jeeves? Ghost Butler? Can I get some chamomile? Maybe some whiskey?
Just
He's
tranquilizer
shaking.
in tea form.
Hey, you did good.
Can you just get horse tranquilizer?
You did good. He just holds down, puts a hand on Henry's shoulder and holds down, and like, Melody is looking around. What the hell was that? That doesn't make any sense.
Loki will take out his eyepiece and scroll through the security camera footage that he has going on, because he's no cameras around here.
You did, in
Like-
fact, do that.
The first session I played.
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and roll me an int computers, add your fetish dice as extra dice to that roll.
Ooh, I love this pile of dice.
You do, in fact, have it.
Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 successes.
You see everything,
Nice.
and it puts a chill down your spine and a weight in your stomach. You see, as the doll creature attacks downstairs, just, charging recklessly at your pack, who valiantly defend your den. And you see a creature made of old yarn with little tiny knives pointing out of it like claws. You see, as it climbs up the stairs into the turret, you see as it plucks Joey's ashes and puts it inside of itself. And then you see as it leaps out the glass of the turret window and charges off to the mansion. And
Pitch
that is
black.
where
Yeah.
we will end game.
God damn it.
So, I believe that I would like to thank all of you, our lovely viewers, for joining us for this session. This complicated session. And I thank you all for watching with us. Please like, share, and subscribe. Special thanks to the Occultists Anonymous team, who actually reached out and helped me with mage rules for this session. I am sorry, I definitely butchered your baby. We tried our best. I had one day to learn this. In any case, thank you all for attending. And to close us out, awoo.
Magic, magic.